Hello, fight fans, and welcome back to Pride Resurrection, a historical video series dedicated to the Pride Fighting Championships, where with each episode, we'll take a look back at a specific event from Pride's history. And today, dear viewers, we're going to be taking a look back at Pride 17. I am the most dangerous man alive today, joined by the Colombian Good Vibe.
Guess who's back? Back again. Yes, I'm back. Tell a friend.
Woo! And you know what? The machine was almost here. He was almost gonna show up. But that guy is just a walking calamity. Either that or he has the handbook for excuses you give your friends when you don't want to leave the house.
Yeah, no
The
kidding.
pocket edition. And since the Good Vibe is back, we're gonna have to say goodbye to the Good Vibe soundboard. He's going back in mothballs.
Wait. There's a soundboard.
There was a soundboard.
Holy shit!
I know he's not happy about that. But Good Vibe soundboard, don't worry. Maybe one day we'll bring you back out of the mothballs if Good Vibe ever can't come again. So woo, he says. So we'll see you later, Good Vibe soundboard.
Fucking sparkly shorts.
Fucking sparkly shorts. That was his catchphrase. And also, since the Good Vibe is back, we had the top. I asked for the top 5 reasons Good Vibe missed the last episode. I suggested everybody submit their ridiculous, horrendous reasons. You put a whole bunch of ones here. You put, he got AIDS. He got the AIDS.
I did not. Thank you very much.
He had one hell of a mushroom trip. You didn't fucking invite me. He found out that the most dangerous man alive today is actually a closeted racist and member of the KKK.
You want to know why that's not true? Because you're not a closeted racist. You're out
I'm
there
an open
racist.
racist.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody knows you're
Alt-right Nazi. He got mega AIDS from the most dangerous man alive today. He became a prostitute. You've always been a prostitute.
I mean, I don't charge. You can have it for free.
My reasons were he had a severe case of vaginal aggravation gestation, aka VAG, better known as sandy vagina syndrome. I also put you had scoliosis of the taint. Not sure what the...
Is that even possible? What's scoliosis?
I have no idea. It just sounds funny. Our friend Alistair, the Australian, he put hate boner for Takada lasted more than 4 hours, had to seek medical attention.
Ready, those hate boners are coming back.
And then our friend, Mr. Tanaka, he put, he was kidnapped by the Yakuza and tortured for the past few weeks in a creepy, cold, and damp basement in Kanto for talking shit about their supreme leader, Takada.
And by the way, the torture was having to actually watch Takada.
Yes, watching him have to practice right in front of you.
Yeah, no, it was terrible.
And then friend of the show, Ed, he put, there's some more Takada stuff. The Good Vibe had a schizophrenic episode where his other half was Takada and got into an infinite trash talk loop with his lesser self, the Takada vibe.
Those sad because Takada still lost.
Those are your reasons why Good Vibe missed last episode. But we're here to talk about Pride 17 to be exact. The champions of ancient Japan have appeared once again in Tokyo, a supernatural event that occurs once every 1,000 years in the land of the rising sun, filled with an unquenchable bloodlust. These champions turn their rage onto the public unless sacrificial warriors are offered up as opponents to occupy them until they have been exhausted and eventually return to the netherworld. And so 18 of the finest warriors in all the land have been selected and must survive long enough to fulfill the prophecy. But will one amongst them be able to succeed and thus take their own place as a champion? This is Pride 17, Championship Chaos! Held on November 3rd, 2001 at the Tokyo Dome. Before I start that, we got beers here. He's got some weird fucking beers.
You say I got weird beer? That's
Natty
weird fucking...
Rush.
What is
Hurricane Punch.
And you say my shit's
He's
weird?
got orange Bud Light, which
Yeah.
kind of tastes a little bit like a watered down Crush mixed with Bud Light.
Yeah.
And I haven't cracked this
Oh my God,
Hurricane
that
Punch.
looks painful,
One,
dude.
listen, the big tagline on this fucking can. It's a 25-ounce tall boy, 8% alcohol, 1 extra ounce.
1 extra
One
ounce.
extra ounce. Let's try it. It looks fucking. Ooh.
Yay.
Oh God, there's a weird aftertaste.
Yeah, it's fucking natty ice, dude.
And Natty Rush.
Yeah, the aftertaste is natty ice.
It tastes good going in,
Oh.
not so much
Yeah, there's that natty
going
ice.
down. Maybe that's
Deliciousness.
the 8% alcohol.
Ugh.
Held on November 3rd, 2001 at the
Jesus
Tokyo
fucking
Dome.
Christ.
In Tokyo, Japan, over 53,000 fans are in attendance, the largest in-house audience for a Pride show since Pride 1, which had 47,000 in attendance. This will be the biggest Pride show attendance until Pride Shockwave 2002, where over 90,000 Japanese fans will be on hand for that one. Pride 17 features 9 bouts of meaty, chestery action, with some returning favorites including Renzo Gracie, Dan Henderson, Heath, Igor Vovchanchyn, and of course, the great one, Nobuhiko Takada, a fight that you did not see, for good reason.
Wait, there was a Takada fight?
There
in
was a
this
Takada
DVD?
fight, and once again, it was omitted from the American DVD for good reason.
You didn't give me the pleasure of commentating.
I
the
didn't know
Takada
it. I
fight.
didn't know about it until it was too late, and I just do an action recap on it anyway because it
Alright,
is
alright.
fucking. It is,
I
is a bad
guess.
fight. I included. I wasn't gonna include it at all, but I included it just for historical purposes because Cro Cop, Mirko Cro Cop, that's his debut fight. I'll get into that later.
Alright.
We'll also see the debuts of Mario Sperry and Mirko Cro Cop, along with the crowning of 2 new Pride champions. This should be a great show. Before we get into the action though, what else was happening in the MMA world around this time? 7 days later, on November 10th, Rings held an event in Lithuania called Bushido Rings 3, featuring a slew of Lithuanians, Slavs, and Russians, and a couple of Japs. Igor Vovchanchyn was also there. Yes, that's right, Igor fighting a mere 7 days after Pride 17 here. He would defeat his opponent, some unknown man, via leg kicks. I can't tell you much about the other guys fighting at this event, except for Hirotaki Yokai, a Japanese mixed martial artist and future Pride fighter debuting at Pride 23. He was there in the main event, and he would win a decision against Kestius Smirnovas, Lithuanian fighter who himself will make a solo appearance in Pride at Pride The Best Volume 3.
He's the best around. No one's ever gonna keep you down.
With all that out of the way though, let's get into it. Pride 17, Championship Chaos.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tokyo, Japan. I'm Stephen Quadros, and my broadcast partner, Bas Rutten, and I are shopping for souvenirs. We're here at the Tokyo Dome, the home of the Yomiuri Giants. You know, the Giants are the winningest team in baseball history here in Japan, sort of like the New York Yankees of Japan. But this building, the Tokyo Dome, epitomizes that winning spirit. Mike Tyson fought here, George Foreman fought here, and many others. That's why this is the perfect venue for tonight's show, Pride Championship Chaos, because we are gonna give away 2 new championship belts. The first is for the middleweight title belt. Sakuraba, Wanderlei, both want this title bad. Who's gonna wear this belt at the end of the evening?
I don't know, but I think that Antonio Nogueira and Heath have been dreaming about this belt around their waist. But who's gonna wear it tonight?
It's the night that the whole martial art world has been waiting for, when Pride is going to crown not 1, but 2 new champions. The word chaos, translated into Japanese, means ran, which translated literally means disorder, and that's what we're gonna have tonight. Total disorder, where the top stars in the sport will put their reputations and careers on the line. Can Sakuraba stand up to the strength of Wanderlei? Can Heath, who destroyed Mark Kerr, beat down Antonio Nogueira?
Now, let me tell you, Stephen, you want to talk about chaos. The whole country of Japan is in an uproar about these fights. I mean, you know, martial arts is very big here, and the newspapers will fill with stories about this event. And feel it, you can feel the energy of the people here. Everybody wants to see the fights tonight. Everybody is ready, and they're going to be not only the 2 special matches, the championship belts, there are also going to be 10, count them, 10 heavyweights on this card. So that means that whoever's going to win this fight, there's going to be a line of tough guys ready to take him on.
Well, that's our card, boss.
I think we got to check out.
Let's go check out.
Sumimasen.
Yeah.
Check out, please.
Konnichiwa.
20,000 yen.
But this is like 8,000 yen.
I said 20,000 yen.
The money, give him the money.
Okay.
Jesus.
Man, this guy. Isn't that Quinton Jackson?
Pray for peace. Pray for life.
ある者は神の名を叫び、ある者は凍りつき、言葉を失う。時代は今、一つの現実を我々の前に突きつけている。今ここに集まりし男たち、この男は遠く海を越えて北の大地から、そしてこの男ははるか南方の大陸から、自らが命を授かった大地の私、その象徴である国旗を胸に海を越えて集まった戦士たち。例えば彼らは武器を手にしない、最も過酷なルールの中で戦うことを許された世界。
And now, the athletes present their nation's flag.
ここに繰り広げられる戦いは肉臭や復讐ではない。張り詰めた緊張の瞬間、その緊張の連続がいつしか勝者と敗者を生む。それは時に想像を超える何かを我々の胸に残す。リアルファイト、リアルエンターテイメント、フライ。優しく微笑んでいた時代が少しずつその牙を剥き始めた今、我々はあえてここに宣言しよう。この戦いを命の尊厳に捧げることを。
Now, with dignity and mutual respect, Pride 17 in Tokyo Dome!
Okay, I am here with Boss Root, and I am Stephen Quadros. I'm the fight professor. Boss, we are at the Tokyo Dome. Pride Fighting Championships. Championship chaos.
Number 17, sold out. Look at the people all around. It's unbelievable. Beautiful.
The Pride Fighting Championships have come a long way.
Uh-oh. Some fireworks there?
We got some fireworks going on now.
And there are the flags. The flags from all the countries. The fighters that are participating. Wow.
People don't realize the size of the Tokyo Dome. It's like a little city in here.
Yeah, the best is to describe the people at home that they do baseball in this field. They do baseball and auto racing, you told me.
Absolutely.
Isn't that unbelievable? Indoor.
And here is the Japanese superstar Masaaki Satake charging in. And there he is, Heath, the crazy Texas horse herring. And big Matt Skelton coming over here to Pride from K1. The crowd loves Igor Vovchanchyn here. Mario Sperry from Brazil. Kazushi Sakuraba with quite an emotional look in his eyes, Bob.
Yeah, oh my God, he's facing Wanderlei Silva. My God, I would be nervous too.
They all line up right in front of that American flag, and here on the other side of the bracket comes Big Bad Quinton Jackson. Yuki Ishikawa. He's going to be fighting Quinton Jackson tonight. Oh, I love that shirt. I got to have one of those. Murillo Rua from the Shootbox Academy. That's an awesome shirt. Dan Henderson, one of the roughest. It comes to rumble. Antonio Nogueira, super good from the bottom on the guard. Big Tom Erikson, the big cat. Popular pro wrestler here in Japan.
And he's going to need it.
Our show opens with footage of aimless Japanese consumers ploddingly moving forward towards their eventual deaths. And then Stephen Quadros and Boss Rutan appear, showing off the new Pride belts. Chaos apparently means disorder when translated into Japanese, and Quadros says there will be total disorder tonight. I sure hope not.
By the way, I do want to point out, I think the cameraman finally realized it's not the 90s anymore, because the extreme shaking is now settled down.
They've calmed it down,
The hobo camera is not as hobo. Maybe the hobo got a home. I don't know.
We'll see how much
but
more...
those are, by the way, those are really freaking nice belts.
They are nice belts. But I think the crazy camera fucking shit returns, so don't you worry. Then, in a hilarious little bit, Quadros and Boss try to buy some souvenirs. And look who is the checkout boy. That rotten homeless bum Rampage. In the reality of this little bit, Rampage must have murdered the small Japanese man who was working there to take his place.
By the way, I do want to point out, and of course, you wouldn't notice it because you're used to it being so racist. The racist part of this scene is the giant black guy mugging the white people. Come on, Pride. Come on.
Yeah. I think I noticed that, but I thought, oh, okay, well, Rampage, he's supposed to be like a gangster, you know, yeah. Then it's on to the Parade of Fighters, which begins with church bells tolling and Lenny Hart saying, "Pray for peace." Pray for love. Kai Grant then says a bunch of stuff, some music plays, and in the ring, our fighters are draped in their country's flags. They lay their flags down, turn to face the crowd, and the lights go out. Then, the Pride music hits, and we're introduced to our fighters. And just a note here, Quadros really likes Ninja Hua's shirt.
Oh, I love that shirt.
A parade of fighters and the size of the Tokyo Dome creates a great echo. It really got me pumped for this.
Oh, no shit, man.
You could hear how big the Tokyo Dome is. Just like when they're doing the announcements for the introductions of the fighters, you can just hear it. Like it's fucking huge. Yeah. Then it's on to the first fight of the evening, which sees a returning Quinton Rampage Jackson taking on newcomer Yuki Ishikawa. Rampage was 23 years old, and his MMA record was 11-2. Ishikawa, from Japan, was 34 years old, and this is his MMA debut. Rampage is back after last losing to Sakuraba at Pride 15. Since then, he stepped into the Battle Arts rings to beat up poor Alexander Otska. Now, I'm not sure what the deal with this fight is. It was a one-off MMA bout in the middle of a high-paced, shoot-style wrestling show, but it's apparently a real fight. I tried to get a hold of this entire event just to see what it was all about, but alas, I failed. Though I did go to get a good clean copy of this fight, which I did a MMA oddities for, so go check that out. Fucking natty ice sticking right in the back of my throat.
Yeah, you're drinking that whole can.
Merry
Christmas to you, asshole.
In what is probably a revenge bout, Ishikawa, who was one of the founders of Battle Arts, has come to Pride to avenge his wrestling brethren. But just who is this Ishikawa fellow anyway? Born in Odawara, Japan, Ishikawa was a judoka and a collegiate wrestler in his youth, having been inspired by Antonio Inoki. In an odd story, after he graduated from school, Yuki decided on a whim to travel to America after finding a picture of Karl Gotch. Yuki went to Karl Gotch's home and convinced him to take him on as a student, and Ishikawa joined the Malenko gym. There, he would meet Carl Greco, aka Karl Malenko, my fave, who would be Carl's gateway to go to Japan. The story is finally complete. If you're wondering what the fuck I'm talking about, long ago when Carl fought in Pride, I always wondered how he came to Japan. Now I know. Ishikawa would make his pro wrestling debut way back in 1992 for a proverbial old man Yoshiaki Fujiwara's Fed, Fujiwara Gumi. But just a short year later, Fujiwara Gumi would be forced to close up shop after the majority of the wrestlers led by Minoru Suzuki, Masakazu Funaki, and Ken Shamrock would leave to form Pancrase, a new real fighting promotion. Fujiwara and Ishikawa would be left behind, and so they went off to join New Japan Pro Wrestling for a few years. Karl Malenko was also left without a home, as he was also in Fujiwara Gumi, and I think he joined AJPW, All Japan Pro Wrestling, in the meantime. Then, later in the 90s, 1995 to be exact, Fujiwara and Ishikawa would join together to create a new shoot-style pro wrestling federation called Battle Arts. And you know who was also brought aboard? That's right, Karl Malenko, who is still wrestling for Battle Arts in 2001 during Pride 17 here. Anyway, that's all I really have on Ishikawa, bringing us here to Pride 17. Pre-fight, Quadros totally fakes out the viewing audience, giving an amazing introduction to whom I first assumed had to be Kenzo Gracie. But that dirty dog, it was Rampage the whole time.
I'm here with one of the true spokespersons of mixed martial arts. He represents the eloquence, the class, the dignity of our sport, and any sport in general. He is the man with words, the man with class, the man with family values. Quinton, what do you think about Japan?
Oh, man, I love Japan, but I think you talking about the wrong mother just here to fight.
More hilarious back and forth. Then we see some awful mixed styles bout featuring Ishikawa versus a boxer. We all know about this mixed styles bullshit. It's fake. Guaranteed, but it looks fun nonetheless. Quadros asks Rampage how the Japanese fans treat him, and he says they treat him so good except when they knock on his door at 3 a.m. Rampage and Quadros are pretty funny together, and I'll include their whole little bit right here.
Okay, what do you think about the Japanese fans? Do they treat you right?
Oh, man, they treat me so good. I get presents. One dude made my t-shirt. Man, but they come knocking on my door 3 o'clock in the morning when me sign autographs. No, Japanese fans gotta stop.
If the world were devoid of cursing, what would you say? You're fighting a Japanese pro wrestler. Now, he's from Battle Arts, and you're familiar with him a little bit because you fought a friend of his in your last fight, Alexander Otska. Now, what happened in that fight?
Man, I him up, man. I kicked his butt, man. You know, and he came out there. I guess he thought I was gonna be like when I fought Sakuraba, you know, a 2 weeks notice fight. You know, no cardio, nothing like that. You know, I ring his bell. You know, I embarrassed him, and then his friend want to get revenge, want to challenge me. I'm gonna beat him like he's a goddamn something. I'm finna serve this.
On to the fight, both men get their walkout.
Now, 1 second, because they get the walkout, and this poor Japanese bastard thinks he's so badass, but oh my god, he looks like he just hit puberty. He has the stupidest face ever. Like, he takes his shirt off and throws it onto the crowd, and I'm like, dude, you can't be a badass. You literally look like someone just, you know, grabbed a whole bunch of pubes, like tucked the tips in glue, and just chucked them at your face. It's fucking terrible. You are not bad. You are not badass. And the fact that this is his first fight, man. Why are they doing this? Why are they sacrificing him to Rampage?
Yes.
It's really the question.
That is the question. I think someone in Pride really hates pro wrestlers because they always match up pro wrestlers, I
With
guess.
like retarded fighters. I know. It's fucking stupid.
Quadros is willing to bet this fight won't be boring. Boss says that Quinton is gaining a lot of Japanese fans, and it's likely from sympathy, being that the Japanese were under the impression that Rampage is homeless. Very elaborate stage with the use of an elevator stage, and it's a long walk out to the ring, but I'm okay with it because the pageantry is what has been removed from MMA today, and it's great to see it back then. Also, funny note, Quadros says that Rampage told him that if he couldn't curse, he simply just wouldn't talk. Ishikawa is then introduced and he looks to be in okay shape. Apparently, Ishikawa previously did a karate bout against the Masaaki, Satake, and he was KO'd by a head kick. And note here, Ishikawa has been training with Boss Rutan. In fact, at that Battle Arts event where Rampage, I don't have it written down here, but Rampage, when he fought Atsuka at that Battle Arts event, Ishikawa, or Boss Rutan was there, and he wrestled Karl Malenko. I'm not shitting you. I think that's how it went down. Anyway. In the ring, Rampage has his crotch grab cropped out, but the commentators make reference to it.
Quinton Rampage Jackson.
I think you got a little itch there. We can't see it on camera.
At the center of the ring, the men don't engage in much of a stare down. And not a spoiler, but prediction for me, just judging by the way Ishikawa is standing, which I can only describe as looking like a complete jack-off, he's getting fucking thumped. No question about it. Any thoughts here?
Just the fact that literally this is not going to be, to me, it's not going to be a good fight. I mean, I can already tell that this poor sap is going to just get mauled like a bitch.
Alright, let's do it. Round one. The men meet at the center of the ring. Ishikawa with a small flurry. The men briefly hug, and then, in the most hilarious robotic trading of punches I have ever seen, Ishikawa is getting fucking lit up.
A good one. Jackson versus Ishikawa. Ishikawa with the right hand. Ishikawa getting rocked. Ishikawa getting rocked again. Whoa, Jackson with the right hand.
And he flails with horrible counters. Rampage then goes for uppercuts with a commendable over-the-top right by Ishikawa, another uppercut by Rampage, and Ishikawa is pushed to the ropes. He tries to grab Rampage. Rampage gets under his arms, picks him up, and slams him down. Quadros is going fucking nuts here.
And Jackson pounding away here. Jackson with the uppercut. Ishikawa took those shots. Jackson going for the body slam. Wow.
And like you said, it's your goal. Exciting fight.
Rampage is in side control, punches the body. Ishikawa turns to his belly, gets up, has his head under Rampage's legs, and what the fuck? I'm laughing so hard as Rampage threatens a pile driver on him.
The powerbomb, like he wasted so much energy,
Yes.
but it was hilarious to watch.
I'm like, this can't be fucking real, but it is. Rampage tries again, but Ishikawa ejects from the position, grabs the foot. Rampage swings around in front position. Rampage knees the head. Ishikawa conveniently puts his head through Rampage's legs again, foreshadowing a pile driver that never comes. Rampage punches the body, then knees Ishikawa's noggin. Then again, and the ref halts the fight because the knees were on the top of the head, I guess? No shit, Sherlock. That's the fucking point.
Okay, so what? It's apparently not allowed to the back of the head, but it is to the top of the head.
Yes.
What is the difference there?
Right.
What fucking difference are you making?
They were clearly on the top of the head and
Yeah.
weren't even close to the back of the head.
No, but I don't understand the difference in that rule. It's like you're still kneeing the head. Doesn't matter which part of the head you're kneeing.
I have written down here. Oh, apparently the knees were to the back of the head. It makes sense now. But I remember they weren't to the back of the head.
No, they were nuts.
Rampage goes to Ishikawa's rear, knees the body. Ishikawa gets up. Rampage holds on. They trade missing punches, and then ding, knee. 1-2 by Rampage sends Ishikawa down like a sack of potatoes. Rampage calmly backs away, and the ref is in to wave the fight off. Quadros still going fucking nuts here.
Just putting a beating on Ishikawa at the moment, and Ishikawa standing back up. He doesn't want to trade with Quinton.
Oh, he's going to get thrown again.
Quinton should go low, grab the leg.
Whoa.
Quinton might want to underhook. Oh, beautiful left hand! He's knocked out Ishikawa. Quinton Jackson coming out rumbling in the first round. Ishikawa leaving it all on the mat, but Quinton getting the victory, knocking out Yuki Ishikawa.
Rampage Jackson, winner via KO at 1 minute 52 seconds of the first round. Rampage hoists Ishikawa up, gets his little trophy, says hi to not Fujita. I thought it was Fujita at first. He has the same fucking hair. Quadros gives Ishikawa props for going in there and fighting, and I agree. He has a lot of heart. And then we're off to the next fight. Good vibe. Thoughts on Rampage versus Ishikawa?
They just fed him this fighter.
Yes.
It's almost like since he lost last time he was in the ring, they're like, hey, don't stop coming. Here, we'll throw this at you. It was retarded, man. It wasn't a good fight. It was an onslaught. Is all it was. I did like the power bomb. I wish he would have pulled it off.
Yeah. This was a fun fight. I never believed Ishikawa stood a chance, but at least he tried, unlike other lumps of shit like Tadao Yoshida or Asami Lightning Bolts motherfucker. Remember him? He fought Goodridge. It was a good time. I liked it. 7 out of 10. So what would become of our two hoppin' hobo hitters here? Rampage will return for Pride action at the very next Pride 18, Cold Fury 2 in December, where Rampage will be taking on lovable Jughead Daijiro Matsui. As for Ishikawa, this would be it for his Pride career. No shit. He would try his hand at MMA only once more after this, at Deep 7 in December of 2002, where he fought against Yoshihito Namakawa, a Namakawa that I can't pronounce, who would submit Ishikawa in the first round. Ishikawa would then stick to pro wrestling after that, and not much more to say. We'll see you around, Ishikawa.
If you beat him, what do you mean? Yeah. When you beat him, what do you want to do next?
I don't know. I think I've been wanting to fight Sakuraba for a long time. He'd be a really good one for me to beat as well. He's considered one of the top guys in the world, especially the top Japanese guy. So I think I would like to fight him sometime in the near future.
Dan, let me ask you something. You're a very soft-spoken guy, mild-mannered guy, actually. What would really make you angry? What could a fighter do that could really make you angry?
I don't know. Probably just not respect the rules, and not show proper sportsmanship. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. So I like the respectful fighters the most.
You mentioned the rules and how that may make you angry. Do you have any examples of people that may make you angry by disrespecting the rules?
Probably the one at the top of the list is Gilbert Vidal. That was evident in his last fight. Wanderlei has been known to not respect the rules completely. So those are probably the two guys at the top of the list.
On to the second fight of the evening, which sees a returning Dan Henderson taking on a returning Murillo Rua. Dan was 31 years old, and he comes into Pride 17 with a record of 11-1. Rua was 21 years old, and his record was 6-0-1. We last saw Dan put a hurtin' on Mr. Pride Akira Soji at Pride 14. And we last saw Hua at the last Pride, Pride 16, where he put a hurtin' on Pride's whoopin' boy, Daijiro Matsui. Pre-fight, Quadros interviews Dan Henderson, who takes issue with Quadros saying if he beats Ninja, then saying when he beats him. What does Dan want to do next? Dan doesn't know, but he would like to fight Sakuraba. That would be a great matchup, but sadly it would be one that never happens.
Oh, that is sad.
So we turn to you, fight fans. Make a comment on why you think that fight between Dan Henderson and Sakuraba never happened. When talking about guys who disrespect the rules, Henderson airs his dislike of Gilbert Ivel due to his actions at the last Pride, which you missed.
I did. But I saw the picture of him with the panties and all that stuff, the underwear, whatever the fuck that was.
Gilbert Ivel tried to gouge out the eyes of Don Fry. So,
Shit.
yeah, it was dirty. Where was I? Dan, he doesn't like Gilbert Ivel, and he also doesn't like Wanderlei Silva. Dan Henderson already has fought both men before, both fights having gone to decision, with Henderson winning the decision against Ivel, but not against Wanderlei, which was in Pride, if you remember, fight fans. No walkouts for our men, and we are already in the ring. Surprising size difference, as Hua looks a fair bit bigger than Henderson. I'm pretty sure this fight is at 205 pounds, though. Any thoughts before we get into the fight here?
I mean, I'm going for the guy with black undershorts.
Oh, God. I assume they both have black.
No, but no thoughts, man. This honestly does look like it's going to be an even match, unlike the last one we had.
Yes.
But, we'll see.
Let's do it as I'm getting some fucking gas bubble growing in my stomach from this natty rush. Bad idea. I knew it when I picked the can up. Round 1, the men meet at the center of the ring and begin trading immediately. They clinch and Dan twirls Hua around as he tries a knee. He pushes Hua into the corner. Hua knees. Quadros talks up Dan's right hand.
Dan Henderson has got a huge right hand, and Murillo doesn't want to taste that right hand.
Ref calls for action. The men trade knees and Hua explodes out of the corner and tries to take Dan down. But Dan, with superior control, he instead turns Hua down to the mat and he gets on top in side control. But Hua turns and sits up. Dan takes a front position. He knees. Hua stands. Dan jumps up and pulls guard for some reason while securing a guillotine. But he lets go of his legs and Hua manages to drive Dan down to the mat. Dan eventually loosens his grip on the guillotine. Hua is in half guard, but he doesn't do a whole lot for about a minute. Hua then improves the side control, and Dan, still with an arm around his neck, he nearly pulls Hua over him, getting him back into half guard. The ref comes in to restart the fighters in the center of the ring, and Boss likes that.
Okay, good. They're going to restart the fighters on the ground.
And it's good because I think the referee saw that Dan was going for the turn, and then, he got stopped by the rope. So it's a fair play. I think it's good.
On the restart, small punches by Hua. Dan is just holding on here. Hua gets the side control and he tries a couple knees, but they aren't really serious. They fight for position and Dan tries a knee from the bottom. Hua then manages to get into mount, then goes back to side control as 5 minutes have passed in round 1. Arm across the neck by Hua, then he tries knees. Dan is still just holding on here. Another minute passes with Hua wiggling his hips all around, but he's not really doing anything. His striking is very light and Dan isn't absorbing much damage. Then 2 good knees from Hua come just before the 7-minute mark. Continual movement by Hua and he gets in a few more good knees. Dan definitely needs to get out of this position. Good rights from the top by Hua and we move towards the ropes. 1 minute left now in round 1 and it looks like Dan will be stuck here until the end of the round. And just as I write that, Dan turns and now he's on his knees. Then he rolls and we're right back in the same position. Hua goes to stand to deliver a kick to the head and just as he does, the bell rings and Dan looks a little shaken up. Quadros wonders if that was a yellow card worthy foul, being that it came just at the end of the round.
The first round of this highly anticipated duel. Oh! Well, now that was interesting because did the bell ring?
The bell rang, but I think the bell rang on, he kicked on the bell, I think.
Yeah, I guess it was, did he catch a yellow card? No. But it seemed like he kicked Dan out. Dan has got a problem with people that break rules, and I don't know that the fight was still happening, right?
I mean, I'll give him, like Carlos mentioned, or was it Boss? I don't know. You know, it's the adrenaline. Like, I understand that it's a hit. I don't think it's
no, it wasn't illegal. It might have been, even if it was a split second after the bell. He doesn't know when the fucking bell's ringing.
No,
he's just
exactly. Yeah. You're going full out, and I mean, I'm just honestly, it's been a surprisingly more even fight than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And then it's been kept down, and it's like, holy shit.
Yes. In between rounds, we get some nice ring girl choreography as they hold up signs, meet in the center of the ring, give a little nod, and then move on.
By the way, and this is a spoiler of later on, mostly because of camera angles.
Mm-hmm.
That looked really nice, but if you see, like, they have the hardest time figuring out which sign is which. Because there's another fight where they do, like, a camera angle, and they're, like, trying to trade signs and stuff like that. It's like, oh, that's hilarious.
In between rounds, I said that already. Time for round 2. The bell rings. The fighters meet. Hua kicks high, and Dan tries to punch over the kick. Hua grabs a hold of him. They are clinched. Dan goes for a knee, but Hua catches the leg and body slams Henderson down to the mat, and Dan is once again on the bottom with Hua in side control. Dan definitely has to be wary of the scoring here. Hua knees, and the ref decides to get the fighters away from the ropes. Hua maybe goes for mount, but Dan uses it to pull his head over and nearly reverses it.
Now, by the way, I'm going to interrupt you because it was something I found interesting is watching the first round, I'm like, there's no way this happens again in the second round. Then boom, right off the bat, same fucking position.
Yeah, Dan, Olympic wrestler, he's known for his great wrestling around this time. Very surprising that Hua, the shootbox boys, they're mostly stand-up. Yeah. It is surprising that he's able to control these positions on the mat here. It pulls his head, nearly reverses it, but after a scramble, we're back in the same position. Nice elbows to the body by Hua. 2 minutes left in round 2, and we're still here. Dan tries to keep active from the bottom with punches and knees. Dan decides to pivot to his side, and Hua stands up for a soccer kick, to which Dan grabs the foot. Hua falls back down on top, but Dan is on his knees. He eats a knee. Hua then stands for a kick, but Dan grabs his legs. Then both men are up. Dan with a guillotine. Hua pushes for the legs. Dan on top in forward position. He keeps his legs sprawled back, denying Hua. Dan stands and knees. Hua tries the knee. Dan hooks the leg and then powers Hua down. Dan's now in side control. He knees. Hua turns to his stomach, then goes to stand. Dan knees, holds onto him. Hua then grabs Dan and manages to power him down to the mat. Ninja, for all the effort, looks like he just gassed himself out. Then the bell rings, ending round 2. And thankfully, ending that fucking paragraph I had here, where all I see is Dan and Hua. Dan, Hua, Dan, Hua. That's all I fucking kept seeing. It was so hard to read that. I have Hua comfortably ahead here, and Boss and Quadros agree with me.
I mean, everyone's going to agree with you. Like, honestly, I'm not even kidding. It's like, Hua has been doing all the work. Yeah. Dan has been, good in defending so that he doesn't lose. But that's about it.
Yeah, Dan really needs to pour it on in round 3 to have a chance. So let's do it. Round 3. Dan fires away and pegs Hua with a right. The men clinch. Dan with underhooks. He twirls Hua around and Hua knees him in the junk. The ref comes in to stop, and I think Hua gets a yellow card. Ouch. That hurts. That just counterfeited most of Hua's work. No shit. Give Boss a buck as he cues up Quadros to talk about his new MMA magazine, Fight Sport, brought to you by Black Belt Magazine.
What is that with the new magazine that you're coming out with? What is that?
Oh, my new magazine?
Yeah.
Well, starting February 2000, there will be a new magazine, new fight magazine in the United States called Black Belt Presents Fight Sport with Stephen Quadros, and it's going to cover all the great fighting events, including the Pride Fighting Championships. And I am the editor, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I very much look forward to seeing that magazine. It will be kind of Maxim style. It'll be up in the newsstands.
Fight Sport, by the way, only ran for 1 year, from 2001 to 2002. Maybe Quadros should have promoted it a little bit more.
By the way, I do want to point this out, and I kind of missed the moment you said it. When he got kneed in the nuts, right? Fucking Boss and Quadros are talking how in Pride, the most important thing is the fighter's safety. And I laugh at that. Because that safety only counts when you're not getting kneed in the goddamn head.
Yeah, right. Like, or soccer kicked in the head.
It's like, where the hell is the safety in that, asshole?
Dan's ready to go and the fight is restarted. Rua rushes in and the men clinch. Dan knees. They jostle for position. Dan then powers Rua down to the mat. He's in side control. Rua turns and stands up, but Dan holds on. Rua misses the leg for a single. Dan knees, and again, they clinch. Rua is just looking to hold on here. We're in the corner. Rua tries to pull Henderson down, and wow, what a judo hip throw reversal by Dan. It was perfect. Does he know judo?
I mean, I think I don't know, it's one of those things where you can tell Ninja is just freaking out of it at this point.
Yeah,
man.
his gas tank is done.
Yeah.
Dan's in side control now, but Rua swings to his knees. Dan knees his head. We're back to standing. Dan knees, then a 1-2, and out comes Rua's mouth guard. Uppercut by Dan. Rua desperately swings, missing, and Dan clocks him with the right, and he just keeps on swinging, rocking Rua, who tries a knee. Dan just keeps throwing fucking bombs.
Head again. But Ninja.
Henderson with the uppercut. Ninja's mouthpiece is out. Another uppercut by Henderson. They're trading here. Henderson with a big punch. Henderson getting Ninja in trouble. Henderson's got a big right hand. Big right hand by Henderson. Henderson's got Ninja in trouble. Exactly what we said he needed.
Rua ducks for the legs, and when he comes back up, kapow! A huge right, then left. Half tie clinch by Rua, and he knees. Henderson pulls away and clips Rua again. Rua looks like he's about to crumble. Dan stays with him. Rua goes for the legs. Henderson uppercuts. Dan looks real slow now as he fails to capitalize with a knee. Against the ropes they clinch. Dan holds on to the neck, looks to try and pull away, but both men decide to take a rest in the corner. Quadros says Dan has to finish him to win the fight. 2 minutes left now, and the ref wants a separation, and whoops, it turns out it was Dan Henderson's mouth guard who came out. I thought it was Rua's the whole time. Quadros and Boss and myself were all fooled. On the restart, whiffing high kick by Rua. Dan Henderson is fucking hilarious here. He is gassed, and he just plods in with a shin kick followed by an overhand right.
It looked more like he was trying to hug him. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
I can't tell you why I found this sequence so funny, but I laughed. Just watch.
Lazy high kick. Dan with a crushing right hand there.
We're clinched. Dan tries to take Rua down but fails. Rua knees. Now he tries to take Dan down, but Dan spins at just the right moment and winds up on top. The ref wants to move them to the center of the ring. On the restart, Rua spins to his knees. Both men are up. Rua tries again with the same takedown he just did, but Dan lands in the ropes. Then out of the ropes, Dan seems to pull guard, holding on to a guillotine choke. Only 1 minute left now in round 3, and both men look dead tired. Rua is in half guard. Quadros doesn't think Dan's flurry was enough. Boss says that the scoring is by the whole of the fight, not round by round, as we saw with Guy Mesger.
Was it enough? I don't think so. I don't think that flurry by Henderson was enough.
Yeah, but in the rules meeting, the referee said the scoring is not by rounds, it's about the whole fight. So, and last time we saw with Guy Metzger, you know, when he didn't do good in the last round, he lost the fight actually. So, we don't know how they score.
And let's not forget the yellow card, boys. That matters in the scoring. The bell then rings and Rua pops up, holding his hands high. Both Quadros and Boss think Ninja have won this fight by decision. We'll have to go to the judges, though, to learn our result, which is...
We're going to have a split decision here. Dan Henderson.
Dan Henderson, winner via split decision after 3 rounds of fighting. Sorry, Ninja. Dan gets a group hug with the ring girls, gets his trophy, and then we're off to the next fight. Good vibe. Thoughts on Dan Henderson versus Rua?
You know, when the third round was about to start, I thought, I'm like, Dan tried hard, but too little too late in the second round. So for me, the first 2 rounds were clearly Ninja. Dan did well in this round. To me, it wasn't good enough to win. When they announced Dan as the winner, I was thrown back. I didn't think. I mean, it was a close match. It was a great match, but I did not think Dan won it. Plain and simple.
Yeah, this was a good fight. Great third round. It was active enough the first 2 rounds. I would have had said Ninja won the fight if it wasn't for the yellow card and a little thing called Ippon. Ippon is the first scoring criteria for Pride judges, which was covered in the last episode. They had Matt Hume, who was like a Pride rules commissioner and judge, or he was one of the judges too.
Yeah.
He explained all the rules criteria. Number 1 rule is Ippon, which means the effort to finish the fight. Hua never showed much effort to finish the fight, but Dan sure did in that 3rd round. I think Ippon is the highest weighted metric for scoring, so Dan's flurry at the end when he tried to kill Hua carried a lot of weight. Anyway, I'm just kind of putting that out there. That's why I think Henderson won, and the yellow card. Yellow card affected the scoring.
I see. I mean, like the first 2 rounds,
But he never tried to finish the fight once. He never went for a submission, which it would be something trying to finish the fight. He never tried to knock Dan out. Dan is the only one that really tried to finish the fight.
Yeah, but to me, see, here's the thing: is in the first 2 rounds, Ninja was trying to do shit, so of course he gassed himself. Meanwhile, here's fucking Dan laying around, lazy ass fucking bastard, American style, laying down doing nothing. So, of course, he's going to have more energy later on. Which is bullshit.
Yeah. Anyway, I give this fight a 7 out of 10. So, what would become of our 2 Ipponese impalers here? Ninja Hua will be back at the next Pride 18, Cold Fury 2, held on December 23rd. There, he will be taking on Alexander Andrade, American Lions Den member who was previously fought in Pancrase in the UFC. As for Hollywood Henderson, he won't be back until Pride 20, armed and ready, where he will be taking on Murillo Bustamante. See you then, boys! Time for our 3rd fight of Pride 17, which sees a returning Semmy, Schilt taking on a returning the Masaaki, Satake. Schilt was 28 years old here, and his MMA record was 20-10-1. The Masaaki, meanwhile, was 36 years old, that old fucking fart, and his record was...
shitty.
1-5. Schilt is back after he clobbered poor Akira Soji at Pride 16, which you missed. A fucking ridiculous fight. Semmy Schilt, 7 feet tall, taking on 5'6" Akira Soji. He fucking destroyed him. Great fight, though. We last saw the Masaaki, meanwhile, back at Pride 15, where he managed to go the distance with Igor Vovchanchyn, which was a decision loss for him. A fight devoid of any pomp or flair. No pre-fight interviews, no ring entrances, just straight to the ring. High tower Schilt, says Quadros. Boss says they are both coming out of a karate background.
But I mean, Jesus, what's the point of this fight, man? It's not gonna be a fair fight. This son of a bitch has like fucking 5 feet on him. It's like, what the fuck? This is not even a fair fight, man. I have an explanation for this fight. You see, Satake rhymes with sake. And I'm pretty sure he was wasted when he accepted this fucking fight.
I think it has to do with Satake did some K1. I don't know. A weird matchup. The stare down in the center of the ring features the men standing about 6 feet away from each other. What the fuck? You guys don't want to get close? Come on, just get a little closer.
All right.
You missed it. Last one, Akira Soji fucking soared straight up at the stair. No, it was a joke. It was like hilarious. He was just looking straight up.
Oh my god. So it's kind of funny because I just came back and I missed the last Pride. So what I'm pretty sure the fans are missing? My amazing fucking commentary. Fuck. So I'm going to go ahead and take over this fight. Do you have anything for the fighters yet?
No, go ahead.
Bam, then I am going to take over. So now we have the fight starting. Satake throwing some of the worst kicks I've ever goddamn seen. He's playing it so fucking safe, man. He's like, he's still 6 feet away from this bastard. Throwing the weakest kicks ever. And there's a massive kick from Shit, man. And by the way, I like pronouncing his name Shit. That first kick had some impact on Satake. I'm not sure. And that's the thing, is Satake is so fucking scared. Why are you signing up for a fight if you're this fucking... It reminds me of the fucking... what was it? Pride? Was it 1 or 2? Where the fat-ass bastard...
Oh, yeah. Daiju Takase. Loathsome piece of shit.
Yeah. Where he was just like, why would you sign up in a fight that you're not going to do anything but run around? And this is exactly what's happening here, man.
Schilt with his push kicks, like his front kicks.
Yeah.
Fucking devastating.
Oh, no, they are. And, he's fucking massive. That's the thing is, whatever. But then we have, in the background, we have fucking Boss and Quadros talking about Andre the Giant.
6'10" to 7 feet tall, depending on what day it is.
Yeah, nobody ever faced a fighter with a reach like this, I guess. Andre the Giant, but we don't count him.
Because Andre the Giant was a little bit heavier and a little slower.
Yeah.
So it's like, and they say like, well, yeah, shit's gonna be faster. Andre the Giant was like 400 fucking pounds. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
what
with bad knees. Yeah.
No shit. Start a fight. Satake, and my note is this: Satake's still acting like a retard that doesn't want to go to bed and just flails. But he finally ends up landing a punch. Shit counters with an impressive knee to the face. But, how impressive is a knee to the face when you just have to barely raise your leg and boom,
right.
face level.
When your dick is level to his head.
Yeah, no shit. We have a little more standing around from the fighters and more terrible kicks from Satake. Shit tries a knee to the head and then gets stopped, and almost like with momentum, his feet just taps Satake in the nuts. It was hilarious because they say like
low, the faces he was making.
Yeah, like low blow. I'm like, I saw the replay and I went back and watched it again. Fucking thing barely touches. Like, I'm pretty sure he's fucking acting on this one. Match restarts with Satake trying to be on the offensive, but receives, once again, a hell of a kick. Shit, man, that's what he got. I'm very saddened because Shit's not using arm range for shit. I mean, he could be landing some really good blows, but he's still trying to go for some front kicks that are going to be easy to dodge. Satake's feeling those kicks, though, as he goes down, and now we have Shit as the winner. What a shit show.
Yes.
Let's not start at about it. The same as counting the 10,000 pictures in that book.
Which I did for you?
Yeah, it was 1817. Here we go. Good attack from Schilt again.
But Satake doing the right thing and throwing the overhand looping punches. You don't want to throw straight punches against somebody like Schilt. You can't do it. You can't trade straight for straight because he's got too much of a reach advantage. And he's fast for a big guy.
Yeah, he controls his body real well. Same as like that'd be a nice jab again. That left kick. Look, he's chopping him down. Yeah, he's chopping him down.
Satake's in big trouble. The fight is over! It's over! Satake has been stopped. Tell you.
Satake, he's okay. He just bit off more than he could chew. Sticking with this fight being devoid of any pomp, we're immediately on to the next fight. The most dangerous man alive today. What did you think of this fight?
The most dangerous man alive today. What did you think of this fight?
Thanks, buddy. This is one of those oddball matchups. It was a terrible matchup for Satake, whom I really like, by the way. The only guys who are going to have success against Schilt are explosive strikers or takedown artists, and Satake is neither one of those. Satake should have went for a takedown even if he sucks at it. Or he should have stayed inside with Schilt, eliminating the kicks and banged him in the pocket.
Shit didn't really show much punching power.
No, and he's got punches, but he's more obviously of a kicker. I mean, that's his main weapon.
Tall people usually are.
If you're going to fight him, you get inside, you don't let him use his range. You get inside, you work in the pocket.
But that's the thing is, with the range disadvantage, you get inside, he's just gonna grab you and launch you away because
Oh yeah, if you're a 5'6" little Japanese man.
Exactly. So like I said, why the fuck would Satake even take this fucking match? It makes no sense.
I give this one a 5 out of 10. What do you give it?
Oh Jesus Christ! I wouldn't go that high. It's for me, it's all about the entertainment. It's all about the potential of a fight. This fight had no potential to begin.
It was entertaining a little bit.
Yeah, it had no potential. There was never, ever a doubt in anyone's minds that this match wasn't going to be a shit winning. Yeah.
This is one of those weird pride matchups. Like, I don't know if they secretly hate Satake because they matched him up against Igor Vovchanchyn. He survived. Before that, he fought... who did he fight? Tadao Yoshida. That was a better matchup. Anyway, let's fucking move on. So what would become of our two karate cock kickers here? We'll see Schilt at the next Pride, Cold Fury 2 in December, where he will take on a returning Takayama. Remember, blonde-haired, goofy guy?
Yeah, no, I know.
As for the Masaaki, we'll only get to see him once more in Pride, which will come at Pride 20, where he'll be taking on Rampage Jackson. Before then, he would make an appearance at the Inoki Bumbaye event in 2001, held on New Year's Eve, 2001, December 31st, that is. There he will take on Australian kickboxer Sam Greco. But to find out the results of that, you'll have to tune in to Pride Resurrection episode 23, I think, to find out. We'll see you boys then!
You look like you've gained a couple pounds. What's your new training?
Yeah, I go to a beauty salon right by my house. So it's actually, I do a lot of strength training at Parisi School up in North Jersey, so it's been improving a lot. I gained like 10 pounds and I'm feeling great.
Now, I understand that you're going to have a family affair in your corner. You're going to have your cousin, Hoist Gracie, is going to be cornering you.
He's going to give me the pleasure. Yes,
okay, now,
it's an honor to have him there.
Now, Hoist, what does it mean to you to corner your cousin, Henzo?
I have nothing to teach him, man. He knows everything. He knows what he's doing. I'm just over there to serve him water.
Our next bout of the evening sees the return of Henzo Gracie, who will be taking on newcomer Michiyoshi Ohara. Henzo was 34 years old here, and his MMA record was 10-3-1 and 1 no contest. Michiyoshi from Japan was 33 years old, and this was his first MMA bout.
By the way, first impression, right off the bat, Ohara looks like a young version of Mr. Miyagi.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's the return of who does this fighter look like?
Yes. And second one.
Hey, our band's playing on Friday. You should check us out.
It's pronounced God's cock.
A Japanese midget version of Mr. Clean.
Oh, Henzo is back. Last seen at Pride 13 earlier in 2001 in March, where he got walloped by Dan Henderson in memorable fashion. Henzo hasn't fought at all since then. Now he's welcoming in a new pro wrestler to Pride. But just who is this Ohara fellow anyway? Born in Matsumoto, Nagano, Japan, Michiyoshi was a judoka until he joined New Japan Pro Wrestling in 1990 at the age of 22. Later in the 90s, he would form a tag team with Tatsuyoshi Goto, whom together they would win the IWGP Tag Team Championship once. He also briefly appeared in WCW in 1998, but I can't find any video proof of that. As of Pride 17, he was still wrestling with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that brings us here to Pride 17. Pre-fight, Quadros interviews the always joking Henzo, who talks about his new training. And what a cameo! Hoist Gracie is gonna be in Henzo's corner, and Hoist is Henzo's cousin.
I mean, I will say this. Is it that impressive that he's in that corner? Boss and Quadros are all like, oh my god, he's in the corner. I'm like, yeah, because they're fucking family, man. No shit.
Then it's straight to the ring where the men are already entered. Michiyoshi is wearing cute laser blue trunks. He looks pretty buff, and his corner men are wearing masks. Quadros notes that this is Henzo's 6th appearance in Pride. Henzo's put on weight, about 10 pounds of muscle. Time for fighting! Round 1, the men meet but don't immediately engage. Lunging left by Henzo doesn't really connect. Michiyoshi looking bad here as he doesn't seem to know what the fuck to do as he's backed into the corner. Deflected 1-2 by Henzo. Restricted jab by Michiyoshi, then a swinging bitch fist. I think we're going to see Henzo box tonight, says Quadros. Yes, Henzo looks set to have a field day on the feet, I think.
Well, I mean, even right from the start, you can tell that Henzo looks comfortable in this fight, man. Like he doesn't think that anything bad's gonna happen. He's got this completely under freaking control.
No. Low kick by Henzo didn't look very good. He then rushes in with a very Gracie-looking flurry. Why isn't Michiyoshi punching? I'm about to rant here regarding Japanese pro wrestlers and what appears to be their utter fear of throwing a real punch. What is wrong with you? Punch him in the face! That's Henzo's weak spot, Ohara.
I want to, in a seat here, I'm pretty sure that's everyone's weak spot.
Yes, but it's Henzo's for sure, because
I want to point out
that's where Henderson rocked him.
When I get punched in the face, I also go down.
Yes.
So yes, my weak spot too.
Anyway. Then Ohara actually throws a jab. It wasn't even close, but hey, it was a jab. Then a 1-2 by Henzo. Deep left straight punches. The fuck did I write here? Deep left straight punch hits Ohara in the tit. That's what I have written. If Henzo's boxing has improved, it must have been really shit before. Leg kick by Ohara. Whoa!
Ohara does like honestly, all he's doing is reacting. Like that's not how you're gonna win this fight, man.
No.
What the fuck plan does he have for this fight?
I have no idea.
It's like Jesus Christ.
Straight right and looping left by Henzo. Then he grabs Ohara. I guess Henzo has given up on his boxing. Why? There's no reason to grapple this guy. Just punch him and keep punching him until he falls down. Ohara has little to offer in the way of opposition to that. We're in the corner. A shot of Hoist sends a gasp through the crowd.
The ropes here. Not a lot of... Now there's Hoist Gracie. The famous Hoist Gracie.
2 overhand rights by Henzo, and we break from our grapple. Low kick by Henzo, then one by Ohara. Big flurry of punches by Henzo. Then he manages to grab Ohara by the back against the ropes. Knee by Henzo, then again as they move to the corner. The ref is in to separate the fighters. On the restart, the men move around the ring. 5 minutes down. Michiyoshi moves back towards the corner. Leg kick by Henzo. Then he rushes in. We're clinched. Henzo is really grinding here. He knees up the middle, pulls away and swings at Ohara's head. Henzo fires a punch. Ohara throws one back. Then a bobbing Henzo rushes in, mostly hitting Ohara's arms. Then Henzo clinches him again. I'm kind of hating this fight.
This is not a fight. Honestly, this is a demonstration. We have Henzo showing us what fighting is, and then we have on the other end a training dummy that's gonna stand there and be a fucking moron.
Yes. And not even one that like is a moving target. One that just goes straight back into the corner and lets you have your way with him if you want.
Yeah.
The ref is over to separate them again, and it looks like the ref is giving a pep talk to Ohara. Come on, buddy, you can do it. He's really not fighting, says Boss and Quadros.
And the referee is warning him.
Probably because he's not fighting.
Yeah, he's really not fighting. He's just basically, he hasn't tried a takedown.
3 minutes now remain in round 1. Leg kick by Ohara, which pisses Henzo off as he rushes in, throws punches and then knees. Henzo chases Ohara with punches, then pushes him into the corner with more, chases him to the other corner, and then we're clinched again. Henzo has been training with the Olympic bobsled team.
Henzo Gracie has been training with the Olympic bobsled team. And that's the reason why he gained the 10 pounds. He didn't gain the 10 pounds by lifting weights.
Great tidbit, Quadros.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
What the fuck was that? I was watching the fight, and literally, like, I mean, it's not an entertaining fight at all. And it's, like I said, it's one-sided. But it took me, boom, out of the fight. I'm like, bobsled team? Really?
Yes.
Honestly, why are you training with a bobsled team? What possible sort of training can you have with a bobsled team that would translate into fighting?
Quadros then mentions how Henzo's gym is located 35 blocks from ground zero. 9/11.
His academy is located 35 blocks from ground zero in New York, where the horrible catastrophe happened of the Twin Towers being bombed by the jetliners in September.
The ref is in again to separate the men. Weak push kick by Henzo that hilariously causes Ohara's mouthpiece to dribble out of his mouth. Must have been from the intense impact. His heart isn't in this fight, says Quadros. If I was commentator, I would have said, why does Ohara make me think of the Bataan Death March?
No, but I mean, it's just like the saddest fucking fight there ever was.
Yes. Quadros just keeps not talking about this fight. He's now talking about a book or some shit.
Gracie told us that his middle name is Work, and he just finished a book, and it took 2 years And he said that if he were to do it all over again, he may have reconsidered it because it took so long.
And I want to point to our listeners. I've been saying this since the beginning. You can tell how interesting a fight is to how much the commentators are talking shit.
We're not talking about the fight.
Yeah, like random ass bullshit. You know if the fucking commentators that are getting fucking paid to talk about the fight aren't talking about the fight, there's no fucking way you're gonna get me to do so.
Ohara finally has a dominant position as Renzo is now in the corner, but Renzo is already out and Ohara tries to trip him down but fails. 1 minute left now. Ohara is hugging him very tenderly. We're in the corner and then the bell rings, ending round 1. Let's go right into it. Round 2, touch of the gloves. Ohara backs up towards the corner, front kick and then punches by Renzo. Then body lock by Renzo. Renzo, take him down and submit him. For God's sake.
At this point, and I've been really annoyed at this because we've had a good 5 minutes, including last round, of jack shit from Ohara. And the ref has not thrown a fucking yellow card for shit. Not a call for action, nothing. Ohara's doing jack shit.
Yeah. Ref is over quick to separate the fighters. Ohara gets a finger in the face from the ref.
Yeah, that should have been a card.
Very stern warning.
That should have been a card.
On the restart, Renzo rushes Ohara again, out of the corner and right back in. Renzo puts his arms out as to say, what the hell? Renzo, don't blame Ohara here. There are 2 men in this tango. Renzo goes to take Ohara down, and that cheating fuck hooks the ropes.
Yeah,
the ref.
Yeah. Where is the card on that? No, there's no yellow card on this. This, to me, honestly, should have marked the end of the fight. Plain and simple. Because it is 100% would have been the takedown. He is unapologetically grabbing that goddamn rope. It's not like, oh, my arm's there. No, he literally just wrapped himself around the rope. Yeah. This should have been it. Just give it to Enzo. This is a fucking boring fight regardless.
Right. The ref, clearly pissed off already for having to stand around and watch this fucking fight, peels off a yellow card for this Ohara motherfucker. What could Ohara do in this fight, wonders Quadros? He could punch Renzo in the face. That's what he could do.
He could do anything other than stand around like a fucking moron.
Leg kick by Renzo. We're back to the corner. Renzo kicks again. Front kick. 2 minutes left in the round. Renzo rushes again. Clinches. Ohara pushes him out. Renzo knees. Ohara muscles Renzo to the other corner. Knees by Renzo. 1 minute left now in round 2. Renzo trips Ohara down, but he's already getting back up and eats a knee. Renzo grabs him against the ropes. Renzo knees Ohara repeatedly, and then the bell rings, ending round 2. Fuck. That's what I have typed here.
No, I kid you not. That's literally my thoughts as well. Why is there a round 3?
Right, and the crowd sounds pretty upset with Ohara. Ohara looks dejected, ashamed.
And the takedown attempts.
Now.
Okay, now. Ohara is not doing anything, boss, in this fight.
No, it's sad to see, but what can we do, you know?
Well, he should be. This is, like, literally, he's walking into this fight with no plan whatsoever, just getting railed like a fucking bitch, not doing anything, and then he goes and grabs the ropes like this. This fight should have been over already.
All right, round 3. Leg kick by Renzo, then a straight kick. Another leg kick and straight kick. Then Renzo throws some punches. We're clinched. More knees from Renzo. In the corner, the ref is back in to separate the fighters. Ohara then gets another yellow card for stalling.
Ohara sucks balls.
One more.
Wait. What? By the way, this threw me off. The whole concept of the yellow cards, I thought it was soccer based.
Okay, what's the rules in soccer?
Well, no. But I mean, I thought it was 2 yellow cards. And at the second yellow card, it's done. Oh. You get a red card.
Well, you get 3 cards.
I know. What kind of bullshit is it? I get to live through another fucking 5 minutes of this shitty ass fucking fight?
1 more yellow card and the fight is over. On the restart, Ohara moves around, gets kicked, going back towards the corner. Renzo swings for his head, then moves in with a flurry. Ohara ducks and moves away, then right back toward the corner. Straight by Renzo, then a flurry. They clinch. 2 minutes left in round 3. The crowd sounds relentless, disappointed. Quadros recommends Ohara go to a boxing gym. Ohara gets control of Renzo, looks to trip. Renzo knees, gets back control. 1 minute left now. The ref is in to separate the fighters. Kick by Renzo, then hooks him with the right. Then we are clinched and the round ends here.
Boo! Boo!
3 rounds of fighting are in the books, fight fans. Renzo plays with the ref, and Quadro says that was almost as good as the fight.
Okay, Renzo going after the referee. That was funny. That was almost as good as the fight.
We'll go to the judges to confirm our result, which you already know, fight fans.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジ西、ヘンゾ。ジャッジ小林、ヘンゾ。
Oh, surprise, surprise. Enzo Gracie.
And that is Renzo Gracie, winner via unanimous decision after 3 rounds.
Oh, I'm surprised. I thought it was going to be
yes,
Ohara all day long.
Right. Good vibe. Final thoughts here on Ohara.
Ohara can go suck a dick.
I was going to call him Ohara from Star Trek. Ohara versus Renzo.
He can go suck a dick, honestly.
He can go suck a dick.
This was a fucking terrible match.
This was a shameful...
I mean, I understand.
But that's what I can't understand, is these fucking pro wrestlers, they come in, and it's like, maybe they've never been in a fight before, like a street fight.
No, but
they train fake punches. They know the motion of what it should look like.
And not only that, is you're going into MMA. I mean, I've never been in a street fight. If I'm getting paid to be in a fight, I'm going to figure out, hey, I'm going to be in a fight. I need a plan. I need to whatever. I need something. If you're going to get beat, it's understandable that you're going to get beat. It's your first fight, whatever. You're a pro wrestler. You literally suck at sports, like actual sports. But that's the thing is, at least have some sort of presence. Yes. We have some of the originals. You have Akira Soji. You have Sakuraba. Pro wrestlers. They come into the ring. They get beat, but it wasn't bad. Right. But then you have this fucking thing where you're a scared little bitch and do nothing. Absolutely.
And I don't know what it is. I don't know if they shell up. I don't know if they're afraid of maybe physically trying to punch somebody and hurting them, because when you first start, like, you're a kid and you get into like a schoolyard fight. Yeah. You're afraid to punch the other guy. You don't want to punch, because you don't know what's going to happen, or you don't know if you hit him, if it's going to hurt, or then shit might get really serious if you punch somebody and oh fuck, now they're going to go nuts on you. What are you going to do then?
Yeah, but here's the interesting part I never get. You're sparring with people. You're training.
I don't think they were. That's it.
I don't fucking know, man. But like, he had no plan whatsoever. He goes in and play it to the crowd. Even if you lose, it's the home crowd. Right. The crowd's gonna fucking love you. The crowd's gonna fucking love you unless you're a fucking little bitch.
Despite the fact that I really hated this fight and the fact that I really hate Ohara, this fight wasn't as awful as some of the other previous fights in Pride, thanks to the current round structure. Just imagine if this fight was 3 10-minute rounds or unlimited rounds.
Oh, I would have built a time machine and gone and fucking killed Ohara.
Renzo was already one half of one of the shittiest fucking worst fights in history when he fought Snake Okuda, and it went for like fucking
50 minutes or something.
Yeah, some ridiculous fucking shit.
Fucking retarded, man.
Anyway, so what would become of our 2 boneheaded boners here? We'll next see Renzo at Pride 21, Demolition, where there he'll be taking on Shungo Oyama. As for Ohara, believe it or not, but he'll come back to Pride for one more.
Well, I'm hoping he redeems himself. I give every wrestler out there a chance to redeem themselves. And then they get the Takada treatment.
Yes. He'll next appear at Pride 22, Beasts from the East 2, which will be his last. There, he's going to be taking on Kevin Randleman, who will be making his Pride debut. Ouch.
Jesus Christ.
See you boys then!
Welcome to Intermission.
Alright, fight fans, we're here for some games. No good vibe for this one. We kind of, not to break the fourth wall here, but we did not record the games. Sometimes we don't record the games the night that we record the audio, although we make it sound that way. And the night we did the audio for the newest episode, we were up in the room for like 3 hours recording. and we didn't feel like playing games. But now it's come to the point where, I don't know, it's kind of hard to schedule time for Good Vibe to come over and play games. So it'll just be me this time. I'm playing some Capcom versus SNK or Capcom versus Sync, however you want to say it. I went with the SNK groove. That'll give me, I should be able to, it's weird how sometimes you can select 3 characters, sometimes you can only select 2 characters. I don't know what, I guess it depends on who you select and whatnot. If you pick like one of the, I don't know, superpower characters, they don't let you pick 3. This game I love this game, but I also hate it because I hate it for the reasons that Capcom had begun to really become lazy, and their fighting division had become really lazy. They had been reusing the Street Fighter Alpha sprites for their 2D fighting games for, I don't know, better part of a decade. And this game is also falls detriment to that. They use their Street Fighter Alpha sprites for all the Versus games, Street Fighter Alpha 1, 2, 3, and then they also reused them here. Though, so far we haven't seen a reused Alpha sprite yet. These are all new sprites that they did for obviously the SNK characters. They redid all the sprites to match more of a Capcom style. And so far I'm gonna destroy this motherfucker here. It's gonna be perfect. Oh no, he hit me at the end there. The backgrounds look great. They retain like a 2D look. I think sometimes they incorporate 3D. Some of the backgrounds are really lazy though. They just took pictures of people and kind of decolorized them to make them look like art style. So now I gotta fight four chicks. Wow. But for the most part, this game looks great. It kind of looks a little pixelated because the emulator here. Obviously, this was meant to be either played on a analog TV or, you know, an analog arcade screen, which would have had interlacing, so you would have hidden most of the pixelation here. But I think it looks good. Full screen, it does not look good on an HD TV. I'm using the Naomi emulator, which is DMEMU. Anyway, it runs good. It emulates the Naomi hardware, because I am playing this not on like a Dreamcast hardware or PlayStation 2 hardware, because this game came out for Dreamcast and PlayStation 2. I'm playing this on the arcade emulator. So if you want a really fun emulator, check out DMule. It emulates Naomi. It emulates, you can play Dreamcast games on it too, but also emulates some other various arcade boards. It's really hard to find the ROMs though. I was lucky enough that I found a pack of ROMs that works for the most part. Some of the games don't work. But a lot of great games in there. All the Naomi 3D games. Anyway, much fun can be had. Look at this background. The background looks spectacular. Really good here. This is Dalzim's stage, remade here. See, okay, so Sakura, her sprite. Okay, it's an alpha sprite. It's this same old sprite they've had for a decade. Blanca, Zangief. I mean, it's just okay. I can understand maybe. Some of the characters weren't like main characters, so why redo the sprites, spend the time, because drawing 2D sprites is hard, doing the animation and whatnot. Anyway, this game is kind of cheap and cuts corners, but still a good game. Really fun. And I haven't done a super yet. You know what, I just smash the buttons. Like I have. You know, I'm sure there's I've never even cared to learn. Most of the fighting games I play, I never care to learn the actual method to do stuff, you know. I never learned how to do the fatalities in Mortal Kombat in the arcade. The only time I ever learned to do anything like in a fighting game, like learn a little, you have to do the combo or whatever. Was when I learned to do combos for Killer Instinct. Other than that, what's happening now? Oh, this is kind of cool. Oh, that was fun. Look at a great looking background here. I'm gonna destroy. See, Dowsum too. This is the same freaking terrible Dowsum sprite. He's way too buff. He needs to be like skinny and sickly, you know. I mean, this is an awful sprite. And this is a sprite that they've had, you know, since Alpha 2 or whatever. But anyway, it looks terrible. God awful. So Blanca, Zangief, Sakura, Dowsum. Maybe that's about it that they use. Other than that, they've made new sprites. And all the new sprites look fantastic. The SNK characters especially look really good. I don't know, I think maybe the SNK guys, SNK had sold to Playmore. And I think actually from the fighting division of SNK, the guys who made the King of Fighter games and whatnot, they went to work for Capcom. Because Playmore released their own version. I guess it was a licensing agreement with Capcom. They released their own version of Capcom versus SNK. And oh man, was that game bad. It was just really ugly. They reused the majority of the King of Fighter sprites, and they tried to make new sprites, you know, obviously for all the Capcom characters. And they were interesting looking in that Capcom style, but the game was just, it just didn't play good. The animation sucked. It was just muddy looking. The backgrounds were horrible. So anyway, I think the reason because it was so shitty was all the guys who made the fighting games for SNK, they left. And I think Playmore was left with some generic Chinese guys that make the games, and the Chinese aren't very good at making video games. Sorry, Chinese fans, if you're out there. Oh, I finally lost. Any Chinese game I've played has just been a straight up rip-off of another game, and it's generally really bad. Ben Maru. I like this guy. I like this guy when he was introduced in King of Fighters 99. I'm gonna tear this guy up here. So this Raiden guy, is he from the Saturday Night Slam Masters? Oh my god, I might get beat! I didn't realize I was... Oh, I lost that mother effer. Well, that's it for gameplay. Let's get back to the fights!
And our second half's about to begin.
Igor, how in the hell did you scratch your head like that?
Как к черту тебе удалось так постараться?
На последней тренировке. Случайно.
It was accidentally during the last training with my sparring partner. Somehow, just on the very eve of my departure, very unfortunate. So I caught his tooth with my hand. Or his teeth, or maybe one tooth. It's difficult to say. It looks like one tooth.
Okay, you mean like that? Oh, man.
Wanted to beat me up.
The next fight at Pride 17 sees the returning Igor Vovchanchyn taking on newcomer Mario Sperry. Igor was 28 years old for this fight, and his MMA record was 48-4 and won no contest. Mario Sperry from Brazil was 35 years old, and his MMA record was 7-1. Oh.
By the way, listeners, I wish you could look at the most dangerous man alive today's face. Every time he takes a sip of beer, it's like that. It's the rush is his soul leaving his body in pain and suffering.
Igor is back. Last seen in Pride at Pride 15, where he just couldn't put away the Masaaki, Satake, through 3 rounds of fighting. Now he welcomes in a new Brazilian fighter to Pride. But just who is this Sperry fellow anyway? Born in Porto Alegre, Brazil, Mario played various sports while going to military college, while training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Master George Mendy and Carlson Gracie. He also is one of the main members of the Brazilian top team, a team that also houses the Nogueira brothers and Ricardo Arona. Sperry made his MMA debut in September 1995 in Brazil, fighting in a Delu de Taitis 1 event and beating up Jose Balduino. Beating up Jose Balduino, in the first round, winning via submission to strikes. Then he went to America and fought in a one-night middleweight tournament at Extreme Fighting 1, also known as Battlecade 1, in November of 95. There he defeated Rudyard Moncayo with submission to punches before losing to Igor Zinoviev via TKO due to a cut. By the way, if you're interested in seeing this event, we have a classic MMA revival featuring that whole card.
By the way, listeners, this is where I'm going to throw this in. I just thought about it. Most of you I know are over 21. So I'm going to give you a reason to drink. Play part of the Pride Resurrection drinking game. Every time the most dangerous man alive murders a name pronunciation.
Every time I say anything. Yes.
Just fucking take a drink, man. It's what I've been doing. I'm fucking hammered.
Mario would give it another go at a different tournament, fighting at the Caged Combat 1 tournament in Sydney, Australia in March of 97. There he beat Vernon White by decision, local wombat fur trader Neil Bodycott via submission and strikes.
I'm fucking drunk.
Bodycote, maybe it's Bodycote, I don't know. But he's a local wombat fur trader.
Holy shit, what? That's a thing?
No, I made it up.
Oh, I was gonna say, what the fuck?
And then Chris Haziman in the finals via submission to strikes. Then Mario took a 3-year break from punch and kick fighting to take part in the submission grappling tournaments around the world, appearing in various submission grappling tournaments, the highlight of which has to be him winning 2 weight divisions in the 1998 Abu Dhabi Combat Club Submission World Championships, a very tough feat to pull off. Sperry re-emerged for full contact fighting at C2K Coliseum 2000 in May of 2000, where he beat Hiromitsu Kanehara, future Pride fighter, by decision, winning the Coliseum Heavyweight Championship, a belt he would never defend, as C2K never held another event. And that brings us here to Pride 17. Pre-fight, Quadros is sitting with a prone Igor and asks him about the scratch on his head. Igor is translated by his manager, Eugenia. Then it's straight to the ring where the men are already gathered. We must have a guest ring announcer who is really bad in my opinion.
Okay, there he is, Mario Sperry from the Brazilian top team, regarded as one of the greatest grapplers in the world today. But he has only had 1 mixed martial art fight in over 4 years, and it was a majority decision victory.
Yeah, this is going to be very tough for him because Igor, on the other hand, oh my God, he has a reputation right here, and he fought some fights.
But maybe he's a famous ring announcer person or something, I don't know. Anyway, he's awful at it. Igor has a bandage covering his wound on his head. Quadros wonders if Sperry has the grappling skills to take Igor down, who's usually hard to take down, unless he's fighting Mark Kerr, who was able to take him down numerous times in their 2 fights. Good Vibe, anything you want to say here?
Yes, sir. We're going to, once again, because it's my month back, I want to make sure I get this as many times as I can. Guess what he looks like.
What the fuck?
Who does he look like?
This one took a little bit of research. because I saw his face. I'm like, why does he remind me of someone? Every Adam Sandler movie you see, there's the same people, right? The actor's name is Peter Dante. Look him up. He's part of that Adam Sandler
He's one of the
crew
crew guys. Wasn't he also in Grandma's Boy?
Yes. No, that wasn't
Yes.
him. That wasn't him.
You're not. Are you sure you're thinking of Peter Dante? You're not thinking of.
What the fuck?
He's oh god. He was in Kingpin, not Kingpin. He was in The Big Lebowski. He played the Jesus.
I see you roll your way into the semis. Dios mío, man. Liam and me, we're gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Let me tell you something, pendejo. You pull any of your crazy shit with us, you flash a piece out on the lanes, I'll take it away from you and stick it up your ass and pull the fucking trigger till it goes click.
Jesus.
You said it, man. Nobody fucks with the Jesus.
The Jesus, the child sex
No,
offender.
look at this. Look here. This is
Oh,
Peter
he's got
Dante.
a picture for me.
Yeah, Peter. This is Peter Dante.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess it looks like it.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're fucking twins, dude. But that's who it struck me at. And not that I will say.
I thought that's the point of it. They're supposed to look really close.
Well, I mean that picture here. 1 second, because that picture doesn't really.
Okay,
see that picture.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's do it. Round 1. Mario fakes a punch and immediately shoots for the legs. Igor sprawls as slid back across the ring. The men are pushed up to their feet against the ropes. Mario is down to a single leg now. Igor has the arm hooked, and then Mario manages to spin Igor down to the mat. Sperry is in full guard. Igor tries to hold on, and Mario lifts and lightly slams him down. Mario makes a move to half guard. Igor's band-aid is off, and he's bleeding. Mario tries to target that area.
I know. I will say it's kind of weird in any given fight this early on to seeing Igor so unable to do anything. Like he's being kept down. He's being kept down hard.
Yeah. Mario and those Brazilian top team boys, Nogueira, who we'll see later, obviously they're fucking master grapplers, you know. I mean, they don't, their takedowns aren't all that great, but their ground control is really good. They don't have much punching, though. Anyway, Mario works the body and Igor tries to wrap him up. This could be a long round for Igor, says Quadros. Lots of blood over the men's body now. Mario gets pushed away and is on his feet. Mario gets back down in the half guard and then he manages to get an arm triangle on the opposite side of Igor. And he is moving to the left side to tighten it up. But Igor is already tapping out. Wow, stunning upset as Mario Sperry has submitted Igor Vovchanchyn at 2 minutes 52 seconds of the first round.
All this blood there. And you know, and the further we go into the fight, the more the heart starts pumping. And it looks ugly, it gushes out the blood. It's
okay, Vovchanchyn getting the heels on hips now. He's trying to keep Mario back. He should kick straight up at Mario's face, but he might risk getting his guard passed.
Yeah, Mario really wants the takedown, the side mount. Oh, he's got a side choke.
Oh, he almost got the mount.
He's got a side choke.
Oh, Igor taps out! Igor taps out! Unbelievable! Mario Sperry taking care of business quick.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Igor Vovchanchyn submitted before halfway through the fight. Mario Sperry. Now that's jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu at his highest level. He saw it, took it, bang, over and out with. I think all the blood threw Vovchanchyn off a little bit. Mario Sperry, tremendous.
Vovchanchyn has only been submitted one other time in his career. This is a stunning result. Good vibe. Thoughts on Sperry versus Vovchanchyn?
I mean, it's one of those times when I look at Igor and it just really looked like he was unprepared for this fight. Yeah. He got taken out of his element right away. He didn't look like. I honestly don't think he trained or practiced for this fucking fight, because he got made to look like a bitch, plain and simple.
Maybe the cut threw him off. Maybe he was worried about it, and when the band-aid got ripped off and he was immediately bleeding, I mean, that was a pretty bad wound for it to open up immediately. Maybe that threw him off. But I think, unfortunately, we're seeing Igor is in the downslide of his career here. When we first saw him,
he was a powerhouse. Jesus
Christ.
Yeah.
When we first saw him, I think he was at the crescendo of his career. But he's had, what I say his record was 48-4 and 1 no contest. He's had 52 fights in his MMA career. In addition to like 50 fights kickboxing.
Yeah.
The fucking guy has... He's like a mid-model year car that has like maybe like a 2015 that has 150,000 miles on it. Yeah. It's still got all the stuff, but it's got 150,000 miles.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is, it's not losing that throws me off. It's losing that quick and that like he got dominated. And that's not something I expected to see from Igor.
Yeah, this was a bit of a fluky fight. So, what would become of our 2 arm-choked chokers here? We'll see Igor at the next Pride 18, Cold Fury 2, where he'll be taking on Valentine Overeem. Mario, meanwhile, will be back at Pride 20 in April of 2000. Mario, meanwhile, will be back at Pride 20 in April of 2002, where the bad blood between the 2 Brazilian teams, that's Brazilian Top Team and Shootbox, will come to a head as Mario will be taking on Murillo Rua. See ya, boys, then!
But let's cut now to a very special interview we've got going on backstage. Hey, everybody, it's me again, and I'm here again with my broadcast partner, Boss Rutten. Boss, I know you've been training again.
Yes.
And what does that mean?
That means that a comeback is in the making. I have one little serious thing to think about. Right now it feels real good. I tore my biceps, as you know, and it tore like 2 times after that. But for the last like 6 weeks, 2 months, it's been holding up real good. I'm very strong. If my arm holds up, there will be a comeback.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that you're coming back? When?
Next year, I'll be back.
Give me the description of your nickname, El Guapo.
Oh, that's just who I am. It means the handsome.
So you are the handsome?
Yeah, I'm the most handsome fighter in NHB. Self-proclaimed, that is, because some people don't want to print it. But I hear all these girls around, and I am. El Guapo is in the house.
Boss, you're coming out, and you're making some pretty bold statements about coming back. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, what can I say? What haven't been said before, I'm feeling really good. I'm actually stronger. I think I'm also better in my head. My takedown defense is getting way better. Working on short bursts. I got my fire back. The only little question is if this arm is going to bless me, because that's the only failure that can happen. It's holding up pretty good. So let's see. Let's give me 2-3 weeks and I will know, because I'm going to spar a lot. I'm preparing Amir Ranavardi for a big tournament too now.
So expect an announcement shortly from Boss Rutten. Speaking of your takedown defense, I remember it was about 3 or 4 prides ago. We were backstage. It was intermission. Mark Coleman came up to you, and joking around, he shot in on you. You sprawled back and underhooked, and he stood back and said, "Wow, yeah, you've been working on your takedown defense."
I've been working, because that's where that was my leg. That's where the only thing I failed on is on takedown defense. You don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I'm going to take somebody down. I'm full of surprises. So I actually took a few wrestlers down already. So not Mark Coleman, because he's a top level guy, of course.
Right.
But I would like to train with Mark Coleman a lot. And he would like to train with me too. So maybe we can team up a little bit. We can do some damage in the lightweight division and he in the heavyweight division.
Okay, and the best is yet to come in this Pride Championship chaos.
Most disrespectful fighter in mixed martial arts. The disrespectful fighter? Well, Gilbert's on the list. I don't know if he's a top guy, but I would say Gilbert's way up on that list. But why? Gilbert's a young, excitable guy. I think some of the mixed martial arts has got a lot to do with pride and honor. And I'm not sure he gets all of that yet. But as he gets older, he'll figure it out. He'll understand. He'll put the maturity with the skills and be really dangerous.
Before our next fight, Quadros and Boss recap the action of the first 5 fights. Quadros then cuts to a pre-taped interview backstage with him and Boss, where Quadros asks Boss, what does it mean that he is training again? Boss says a comeback is coming. When? Next year, he says. Spoilers, folks, he wouldn't be coming back.
By the way, since 2 things. One, since when do we need a fucking halftime? Like, we don't need a recap of the fights we literally just fucking watched. Yes. And second of all, they eat all the time talking about this fucking quote-unquote fucking comeback. Yes. It's fucking retarded.
Yeah, Boss would not be coming back, fight fans. Boss, who was 36 years old at the time, likely had just too much wear and tear on his body. And although he had the competitive drive, no doubt, why do that when you can make more money at the commentator's booth? Boss Rutan, though, would have one more fight left in his career, way off in 2006 at WFA Street Kings. A one-off fight against Ruben Villarreal, a rather middling minor league fighter with a record of 10, 7, and 2 at the time of that fight. Boss, at the ripe old age of 41, would beat Ruben with leg kicks. Anyway, back to the broadcast booth. They keep talking about the possible return and then go on to talk about the rest of the card. Good stuff! Then it's on to fight number 6 of the evening, which sees a returning Tom Erikson taking on newcomer Matt Skelton. Our boy, Grizzly Bear pinup Tom Erikson, was 37 years old for this, and his MMA record was 7-1-1. Matt Skelton, from the land of merry old England, was 34 years old, and this is his first MMA fight.
By the way, listeners, this is one of those rare. I don't know. It's like a unicorn. The black British person.
Oh, yeah.
But since I did interrupt you, I'm going to go ahead and throw in my 2 cents and say, once again, we're playing Who Does He Look Like?
What the fuck?
Oh, back with a vengeance. Holy shit.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
I didn't write down what these guys look like.
I'm well aware, but I did.
Or I would come back with you with my own version of who does this fighter look like.
So, I'm gonna lie. So, this is for you American listeners. There was a show called Heroes a few years back. In the first season, the black guy in the first season is pretty much who he is. But the actor's name is Leonard Roberts. Look him up, listeners. Boom. It's this guy.
It's Pride versus K1, our first Pride versus K1 special bout of the evening. And Tom Erikson may have his hands full, but just who is this Skelton fellow anyway?
It's clearly not spelled skeleton like I thought it would.
Born in Bedford, England, Skelton took up kickboxing and Muay Thai, amassing a kickboxing record of 61-8 up until his appearance at Pride 17 here. Some of the guys he fought include Jerome LeBanner, the Masaaki, Satake, Ray Sefo, Ernesto Hoof, and Alexei Ignashov. Honestly, his kickboxing record is way too fucking long and poorly kept, so I can't really give a full history report here, fight fans. I'm sorry. Just prior to Pride 17, though, Skelton fought Lloyd Van Dams in August at K1 World Grand Prix 2001 in Fukuoka, Japan, a bout which Skelton would lose via decision. And that brings us here to Pride 17. Pre-fight, Quadros interviews Tom, who has the stupidest fucking haircut. I still love him, but wow, what a bad haircut. Quadros then asks Tom who is the most disrespectful fighter, and who else? Gilbert Ivel.
And by the way, I'm not gonna lie, and listeners, it is at this point that you must realize I am a terrible human being, because so they ask him who's the most most disrespectful fighter, and he says Gilbert, and they show these pictures. For a second there, I'm thinking that he's talking about the person that he's fighting, because I can't really fucking tell them apart. So I was like, what? And so then I'm confused, because I thought the name of the fighter is Matt Skelton. Why is he saying Gilbert? Is there a middle name, a nickname, something? I don't fucking know.
In the ring, both men are already waiting for us. Goodridge has joined Tom in his corner. Lovely. 295 pounds is what Tom is listed at for this fight, but he doesn't look overweight at all. Seriously, he's just one giant chunk of muscly man beef.
I'm going to go ahead and take a guess. At least 20 of those pounds is pure hair.
Yes. Yeah. And it is pretty crazy, like, to be 300 pounds, but to be, like...
He's burly. He's
burly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually call him Illinois pig fucker, but you know what? I still love that because it's a funny term, Illinois pig fucker.
It's a funny term with love. So Tom
Yes,
Erikson, if you ever hear this,
Yes.
just know the most dangerous man alive today loves you.
It is.
He wants you to make him your pig.
You have hit on exactly what I was gonna allude to here. It is a term of love. But it's also really fucking disrespectful, okay? And I have this reoccurring fear that Tom Erikson is one day going to hear this and he's going to want to beat the living shit out of me. Or that one day I might, by chance, bump into Tom Erikson and I want to shake his hand and say hi to him. And then he finds out who I am. He's like, oh, you're that fucker from that show that keeps calling me Illinois.
Dear Tom Erikson, if you ever want the most dangerous man alive today address, to beat him up, I need two things. One, fair warning so I can grab a camera. And two, just message me on Twitter, _good_vibe. Just do it. I'll give you the full address.
I think he still lives in Illinois, so the chances are higher than normal that we might bump into each other. I would just be so dreadful. I dread that if that ever happened. He'd be like, "You're the one that calls me Illinois pig fucker." I would just be like, "Oh God." Anyway, at the stare down, honestly, Tom looks like a scary fucking guy. I would not want to fight him. Special rules for this fight. We get 3 3-minute rounds. Also, no judges. So if it goes 3 rounds, it will be declared a draw.
Holy shit. Do you hear that? It's me fucking taking over again. Goddamn right. I'm fucking amazing. Hell yeah. I'm telling you, listeners, this episode, I'm bringing everything twice the power, twice the energy, twice the fucking everything. So first of all, you didn't let me tell you that when you mentioned Gary Goodrich was in his corner, that's a fucking impressive corner.
Oh, yeah.
Because he also had, was it Mark Coleman?
Mark Coleman, yeah. I mentioned that later.
That's a fucking corner. Right there. I'm giving this fight to Tom Erikson. Plain and simple. I haven't even seen this fight. I didn't even watch it, by the way. I'm just going to make this shit up as I go because I assume Tom Erikson just fucking won.
Could you imagine being trapped in a corner by fucking Gary Goodrich, Tom Erikson, and Mark Coleman? It'd be like who can rape you the hardest? You know?
Honestly, I would say the worst one would be Tom Erikson because you got to feel all that hair against you. That's going to be sweaty as hell. You know it. You fucking know it. So I do want to say... Well, like I mentioned, I'm calling it for Erikson. Hands down. That's a fucking corner. You know he's been fucking training hard. And I also want to note that it is kind of weird that they reverted the rules back to the no judging. Kind of a throw off on that one.
For the special K1 versus Pride, yeah. Because I don't know if there was they put a limit on strikes allowed, or if they allowed fucking stuff that normally isn't allowed.
Yeah,
so
I'm not sure. It's just kind of weird to hear that they did that rule change. I mean, we hadn't had a rule change since the Gracie fight. So we got this fight starting. Both fighters go to the middle quickly, with Tom shooting for the takedown. But Matt first stops him with a good spread, by the way. It lasts a good couple seconds. However, Erikson is finally able to take him and land on full guard. Tom is now going for a smothering choke. And with that much hair, I would not want to go against that. We have a little break to take a quick breath. However, just as like I was typing that he is not going to submit and he's going to be free, what the hell happens? He gets smothered and there's a tap. And just like that, man, Matt taps out. And what the fuck? That was a hell of a quick match. By the way, listeners, what the fuck is with this? What the fuck is with the most dangerous man alive today? Just give me quick fights to commentate.
Yeah.
I think he's saying that I'm not good enough. Okay, 1 minute and 11 seconds, listeners.
Yes.
1 minute and 11 seconds.
He straight up choked the bitch.
Matt Skelton is going to cross his. He's going to go for an over-under choke. Matt Skelton probably new at the ground game and in a world of trouble here with Big Cat.
Is Wayne Brady going to have to choke a bitch?
Cross faces.
Oh, he's choking. Choked him out. Hand choke. Hand choke to the throat. That was it.
But I will say this. The quickness of the fight was overshadowed by the amazingness that is Gary Goodrich coming into the ring and lifting up this motherfucker.
I don't know if this fucking was a legal fucking submission. He fucking straight up had his left hand around the guy's fucking throat and chokes him. Like, is that legal? That's not legal.
Apparently
but
special
the
rules.
ref, obviously the ref is like, I'm not fucking telling him that was illegal. He's like, fuck you, he'll break me in half. Anyway, Skelton does not look pleased at all, and Tom Erikson hypes up the crowd, going to each ring post and fucking celebrating. And hey, there's Mark Coleman. What a powerhouse team that is. Gary Goodrich, Mark Coleman, and Tom Erikson. Scary fucking dudes.
No shit, man. I'm telling you. That's why I knew Erikson was gonna dominate this fight. Plain and simple.
Boz and Quadros postulate on a possible matchup for Erikson being Semmy Schilt. That would be a great fight, but alas, it's one that will never happen.
Wow, that would be a great match.
That would be a great match, but too bad it didn't happen.
Amen.
I'm motioning between Good Vibe and me.
Sorry. The most dangerous man alive today. What are your thoughts on this fight?
This was not fair. Skelton wasn't prepared for this. Seriously, Tom Erikson is a scary fucking dude. He will straight up choke you like a bitch. I give this one a 6 out of 10. So what would become of our two grizzly groping grapplers here? We'll see my grizzly bear again soon at Pride 19. Bad Blood, where Tom will be taking on Tim Kataf.
I don't want to keep drinking this.
He is doing the drinking game. Although I am going, we'll see how many of these I actually fucking leave in. I'll leave this one in. We'll see how many of the other ones I leave. I would seriously fuck up a lot of names.
No, you know what you should do is literally just like all the mispronounced names, just throw them into one video.
One edit, yeah.
And do the edits like episode blah drinking game. And then just bam.
Right, put them all. I think I might do that. Where Tom will be taking on Tim Catalfo. I have no idea what the fuck this guy. He's a 43-year-old former amateur wrestler turned WCW wrestler turned MMA fighter who will be making his MMA debut. No idea who this fucking guy is. Sorry, fight fans. As for Matt Skelton, this will be the one and only time we'll see him in Pride, and MMA for that matter. He must have immediately hated the wrestling part.
Why? He got bear hugged with that hair.
Yes.
It's like that, what movie was that? Was that Meet the Fuckers? Where, like, they're playing basketball and the guy goes shirtless.
Oh, yeah.
And jumps up and just, rails all the body hair. Yeah, that's all I can think of.
Skelton, he would return to kickboxing, but only 2 more times before he would turn into a pure pro boxer, amassing a pro boxing record from that point on of 28-9, and he would box until 2014. We'll see you around, Matt. Godspeed.
Howdy. We're here. I'm going to do an interview with Crazy Texas Horse from Texas. Howdy, Heath. How you doing, man?
Yeah, pretty good, boss. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing very good. Listen, what about tonight?
It's going to be an exciting night. I've trained really hard for the last couple months. I'm really looking forward to getting that belt.
Now, everybody knows that I'm El Guapo, you know, and some people are asking why, and I always say, it's got to be the hair. You know, I mean, very good looking hair, but you actually come all the way, all the time with something new.
Always.
So we really want to see it before the fight.
Here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hair. You did a press tour in the United States. Are you looking to become a spokesperson for the sport?
The only thing I can do to help the sport out, I mean, this is my livelihood. This is what I love to do. Anything I can do to promote the sport, to get the public to know more about it, to get the American public to take a better look at it. I think they have some misconceptions from the early 90s and things. So if the new public can come out and see the new sport that it is, and some of the new athletes and some of the new events like here at Pride and Tokyo, I think we could do.
Amen to that.
seventh bout of Pride 17 is our heavyweight championship bout, which sees the return of Antonio Minotauro Nogueira taking on a returning Heath Herring. Minotauro was 25 years old with an MMA record of 13-1-1, and Herring was 23 years old and his MMA record was 18-6. It's the first of two title bouts tonight, with two of the top heavyweights in the world going head-to-head. Pre-fight Boss has some fun with the Texas Crazy Horse, and he must have borrowed one of the hats from Herring, who legit has the most ridiculous fucking hair-to-beard styling I have ever fucking seen.
Dude, it gets...
How does one do that? He has the beard going from his forehead down to his fucking chin.
Dude, his hair just keeps getting weirder with every time he shows up. And I'm pretty sure by the end of it, he's going to show up with a Trump wig. That's the only way this would be any weirder.
Yes. Heath talks about having his family in attendance, and then Boss talks about Herring's fucking insane haircut. He looks like a knot top from Watchmen, if you've ever seen that movie. No interview for Nogueira, and then we get recaps of the men's walkouts. What the fuck? You couldn't cut out the fucking halftime covering the fights. You couldn't include the fucking walkouts to one of your title fights. Seriously.
I mean, the DVD makers clearly don't give two fucks about it.
No. Kai Grant is our ring announcer. Awesome. I like Kai Grant.
One of them assessed this match.
Well, we got two very young. I look for a very exciting fight.
Okay, there's Heath Herring. They just announced Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira.
And Mark Coleman has joined the commentator booth. Double awesome. He looks depressed, though. It's BJJ versus what I would call freestyle fighting. I'm not sure what to characterize Herring as. He's kickboxing, he's got some wrestling, I don't fucking know. Any thoughts here before we go?
Like you already touched on it, man. Heath Herring's fucking hair is just ridiculous. And I also do want to point out, listeners, if you want to go back just a little bit, because I completely missed this cue, is they introduced Mark Coleman as the guest announcer, right? In that shot, there's some motherfucking geek right next to him. And looks like he has like announcing gear. So who the fuck is this guy?
I wonder if they have. They clearly do have a Japanese. Because
but no, this guy was not Japanese, dude. No. I don't know who the fuck he was.
I mean, obviously they have a Japanese announcer booth.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, they do. But I doubt this.
Maybe they have a Spanish announcers booth.
maybe, Jesus.
It's time for the fight, round one. The men rush in and meet, bumping into each other with flailing punches, and then stand toe-to-toe and trade. Herring winds up for a kick, and Nogueira shoots, taking Herring down. Herring is on his ass, scoots towards the ropes. Nogueira is in side control. Herring goes to stand. Minotauro wraps him up and pulls him down, but Herring winds up on top in full guard. Coleman says he was looking forward to a rematch with Nogueira.
Yes, he does. He's exceptionally well at it, better than anybody I've ever been with by far. I wasn't prepared, and he got me in it, but I will do my homework, and I'm very much looking forward for a rematch.
Herring works small punches, pulls back, and Nogueira traps him with a leg triangle, but Herring stands, turns, and gets out of it. Then he stands up and calls for Nogueira to stand up too. The men trade straights, Herring getting the worst of it, and then they both throw down as Herring is back towards the corner.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, man. Like, I literally made a note of it because of how stupid it was for Heath to let him get up, because in that trade, he literally just got assaulted. It wasn't even. It wasn't even close to even. He just got beat.
Nogueira keeps up the pressure, clipping Herring with punches. Herring fires back and they keep punching. Wow, what a fight already, and I'm going to include the whole little bit right here.
He's good with submissions too. He did his homework. Oh, there we go.
But he's not that good. He's not. Oh, he got out. Get up, stand up. Stand up, man. Oh, he almost got triangled there. He popped out.
He's got so much energy. He's very explosive.
Oh, Nogueira landing a good left hand. He rocked Heath standing. Nogueira really improved standing. Look at their trading here, folks. They're rolling. They're going for it. Heath throwing an overhand right. What a war.
Okay.
Knee by Nogueira. Herring comes over the top with a right, looks to back away. Uncommitted kick by Herring. The med trade punches again. Herring then shoots in, gets the legs, and Nogueira pretty much pulls guard. Coleman says that Nogueira's grip is exceptionally strong. Herring goes to pass guard and then stands up. Nogueira is then up himself. Herring tries a reaching straight, then goes for a low kick, to which Nogueira delivers a 1-2, knocking Herring back.
By the way, does Heath not have a fucking guard? Like, Jesus Christ, he's not defending any blows being thrown at him.
Herring goes for a knee as Nogueira shoots in and grabs the leg, and then he takes Herring down to the mat. Nogueira is in half guard. Nogueira works the body. He's just about in side control. Knees from the bottom by Heath. Then Nogueira takes full side control. Nogueira goes for a knee right. I just have typos all over the fucking place. That's throwing me off.
You don't fucking proofread your shit, huh? Trust me. You remember my Hoots moment.
Yes.
I'm well aware how that fucking shit is.
Nogueira goes for a knee ride, but Herring scrambles, gets a leg, and manages to turn Nog to the mat. The crowd applauds the effort.
Nogueira can. I think he's going to go. Oh, whoa.
Little ground and pound there. Nogueira going for the guillotine. He's got half a guillotine. Now he's got the guard. This is where Nogueira is so dangerous.
Herring works from guard, and Nogueira tries for a Kimura from the bottom, but nothing comes of it. At the 5-minute mark, Herring postures up and then is standing. Nogueira follows him up, and in the center of the ring, Herring throws a kick, and then a good one that catches Nogueira behind the knee.
I will say, like, and Boston Quantum bring it up, you know, and really, I don't know how I hadn't noticed it until Boston Quadros brought it up. He has such bigger legs than Nogueira.
Oh, yeah, Nogueira's got little fucking twigs.
Yeah, like, Nogueira is, like, full out, like, submission fighter.
I mean, he's barely a heavyweight.
Yeah.
I mean, them legs are like...
But you have Heath, and he's... Like, the moment I saw that, and, you know, he lands some fucking good kicks, and it's like, Jesus, those really probably have a lot of fucking power behind them.
Nogueira rushes in and delivers a few punches. Another swinging leg kick by Herring that is checked now. Nogueira moves in and delivers a quick barrage. The men exchange straights. Herring with another kick that is checked.
And now we've turned into a full-out kickboxing match.
Yeah, which is surprising. Nogueira's surprisingly got pretty good stand-up. I'll give him that.
I mean, but this is one of those times, and I keep bringing this up anytime I see something like this. Is it Nogueira having good stand-up, or is it Heath not having any defense? You know, because he is not even trying to block this shit.
As Nogueira delivers a good left, Herring chops his left leg with a kick and Nogueira stumbles. Those kicks are really paying dividends. Another straight exchange by the men, and Nogueira pushes forward for a few more, backing Heath into the corner. Then Nogueira goes for the legs, tries to take him down. 3 minutes left, and as Herring tries to fight off Nogueira, Nogueira puts him down to the mat. Herring is on his knees. Nogueira is on his side. Nogueira pulls him back, but bad control as Herring merely turns and gets on top. The crowd applauds.
Go for a leg? No. Don't give his back.
No. You don't want to do this.
Don't want to give your back to this guy. He's got to turn out. Then he's back in the... Okay, now he's... Now he's... And Heath can get side mount here. He might be able to do something.
He should.
Heath punches. Nogueira works wrist control with a punch or two himself. Boss says both men are recovering right now. Good hammer fist from Heath. Nogueira nearly sweeps him and gets on top, but Heath manages to block it and stay in guard. Heath is bleeding over the right eye. 1 minute left now in round 1. Heath backs out of guard and then stands up. Nogueira stands himself. Heath flies in for a left jab, and Nogueira ducks his head and counters with a straight right that puts Herring down to the mat. Nogueira gets on top of him in side control, then mounts. Heath rolls, giving up his back, and he manages to back out of guard.
At this point, like, it's just crazy to see that Heath is getting overpowered in every stance. Standing, he's getting overpowered. Down on the ground, he's getting overpowered. Like, the only thing is Heath better be praying to the gods and thanking the gods that he sweats this fucking much. Because it's making him slippery, and that's the only... Like, you watch this fight, that's the only reason he's getting out of these fucking grapples.
Heath rolls, giving up his back, and he manages to back out, but Nogueira grabs the arm, nearly has him in an armbar, but Heath flips over, fights it off, and manages to get the better position, winding up on top. The crowd and the commentators just love it. Then the bell rings, ending round 1. Great fight so far. It has it all. Punching, kicking, grappling, submissions. It's the total package and a great example of what MMA can and should be like. What do you think so far?
I mean, it's a good fight. I'm not gonna lie. Heath is being very good at still surviving. I mean, and he's keeping it kind of steady. But Nogueira Antonio has his number. Plain and simple. I mean, Heath is being able to escape, but he's not really pulling anything off offensively.
Time for round 2. Kick by Herring is met with punches by Nogueira. Heath looks a little tired. Big Nog flies forward with lefts and rights, backing Herring up. They clinch. Nogueira goes for the legs, gets a single. Then he takes Herring down. Nogueira is in side control. He works some punches, knees. Has Herring's neck. Herring is busted open a little. Nogueira is in dominant control. He works for a Kimura on the left arm, then goes back to some ground and pound. Nogueira goes for mount, but Herring gives up his back. Nogueira works from the back mount. Big knee that connects. Nogueira works to get his hooks in. Teases a rear naked choke. Herring tries to escape. Nogueira is back on mount. Herring rolls, gives up his back again, but Nogueira has both hooks in. Pulls Herring down, has a body lock. Nogueira works for a choke. 2 minutes left. This is a clinic on the ground from Nogueira right now. Nogueira goes back to mount. Herring rolls, but Nogueira isn't going anywhere. Heath should keep rolling, muster up the steam to just keep giving up mount and then his back again. Nogueira thinks about an armbar, but wow, Herring escapes out the side and he is back up to thunderous applause.
He's turning over again.
Wow.
He's doing everything he can to defend and survive.
Armbar coming up again.
He's pulling out.
Pulled it out.
And Heath to their feet. Oh. Unbelievable. Heath Herring got out of a world of trouble there. Oh, wow. God.
Both men are standing again. Leg kick by Herring. Nogueira pushes forward, pegging Herring against the ropes with punches. 1 minute left in round 2. Herring shoots for the legs. Nogueira sprawls. Nogueira has his back, loses position, and Herring is on top now. He gets to mount. Pounds Nogueira's head, then he stands again. Nogueira is back up now too. Leg kick by Herring. Then he swings away. Nogueira shoots for the legs. Herring falls. In the corner, Nogueira is up and he kicks. And then the bell rings. Another great round. What a fight, says Boss. The crowd seems to love this fight.
On gas here. Nogueira must be thinking, what do I have to do to get this guy out of there? Unbelievable second round.
Wow.
Oh!
What a fight. What a fight.
Both guys are tired.
These guys are really putting it all out there. Coleman says he's going to have to do a lot of work to prepare for a rematch, but that is the plan.
Mark, this is among the great heavyweight fights that we've seen.
It sure is. Heath Herring showing a lot of heart here. Nogueira is obviously as talented as I had hoped he was, because I'm gonna have to go back and do a lot of work to get him, but that is the plan. I do want a rematch, and I will do my homework, and I think I can get the guy.
Quadros says, if Herring can snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, it will be the greatest comeback ever. Can Herring do it? Let's find out. Also, before I move on, Boss with a Jesus, which I'm going to put right here. Jesus! Round 3. Nogueira winds up for punches. Herring kicks but gets tagged a bit. Same thing. Nogueira is going for punches and Herring kicks. Nogueira moves in with punches. Herring shoots, misses. Nogueira in the forward headlock position. He knees, transitions to Heath's back. Heath rolls. Nogueira stays with him but has lost control. Herring grabs the leg and uses it for leverage to turn. He's out and then up, and that's how it's done. Another Jesus from Boss.
Oh my God, gotta get out.
Oh no. Heath giving his back again to Nogueira. Heath trying to get out. Heath out now. He's in a guillotine. Heath.
Nogueira's just a machine.
Jesus. Leg kick by Herring, then jumping knee. The men are clinched against the ropes. Nogueira grabs the leg. Herring knees, then Nogueira takes him down. Nogueira gets the half guard. Both men have slowed now, but Nogueira tries a Kimura. Doesn't have much, so he lets it go. Some light punches by Nogueira. Herring isn't offering much here. He knees, though. Nogueira is on the side. 2 minutes left in round 3. Nogueira gets the mount. Works for an Americana, but Herring gets out of it. He looks gassed. Nogueira tired as well, but he's still working.
I mean, that's the thing is I keep saying in this fight, I applaud Heath's ability to get the fuck out of trouble. Because he has been in trouble a couple times. He has given that bag. That chokehold has almost been fucking set. And I really, just looking at the replays, looking at everything, it really does look like it's, thank God for sweat.
1 minute left now. Nogueira postures up. Herring spins. Nogueira rides him. Is extended out. The men exchange punches. Nogueira works for an armbar. Herring manages to use that to get on top. He works backhands. Nogueira fires back and then the bell rings, ending our fight. Who is going to be the new heavyweight champion? Coleman sounds determined to fight Nogueira again and beat him.
Looked to me like he pretty much controlled the whole fight. He's a fantastic fighter. I got my work cut out for me. I'm going to get him, though. I'm going to get him. I promise.
We'll head to the judges to learn the result of our fight, which is...
For both guys, but, you know.
And here we go to the decision.
Judge Nogueira. Judge Battle. Nogueira. Judge Nogueira.
Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira has won the Pride Heavyweight Championship with a unanimous decision over the very tough Heath Herring. That was, you took it right out of my mouth. That was the best heavyweight fight that I have ever seen in mixed martial arts.
And your new Pride Heavyweight Champion, Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira, via unanimous decision.
Unanimous fucking indeed.
Naoto Morishita, the president of Dream Stage Entertainment, which was the company promoting Pride, is in the ring, and he gives Nogueira a big trophy. Coleman talks about how he is going to prepare for a rematch with Nogueira, and how he is disgusted with his last performance in Pride. Herring takes the long walk to the showers. Back in the ring, the Pride commissioner, Antonio Inoki, wraps the heavyweight belt around Nogueira's waist. Then, we're off to the next fight. Good vibe. What were your thoughts on Herring versus Nogueira?
Like you mentioned, easy call for the judges to make. It was never an onslaught, but it was never an even fight, if that makes any sense, you know. Yeah. You know, it wasn't that Heath was just getting destroyed, but he was never at an even level with Nogueira, plain and simple.
Right.
Like I mentioned,
he was always a step behind.
Like I mentioned towards the beginning of the fight, is Heath is getting beat at every stance. You know, so you would think with the body that he had, standing up combat would be his thing. Got outdone.
Yeah, and he was training with the Dutch kickboxers. You know, Boss talked him up. He should have. He did. For being a Dutch kickboxer and training Dutch kickboxing, Nogueira beating him at kickboxing.
Exactly. Nogueira beat him at kickboxing, beat him at boxing, beat him on the fucking ground. Because, yes, Heath was being able to get out of grapples. He wasn't initiating shit. He didn't initiate takedowns. He did nothing. He just got beat, plain and simple.
Excellent matchup. I loved it. Both men fought their heart outs, even though Nogueira was in complete control. Herring was always just on the edge of taking over the fight, but Nogueira proved too skillful in his grappling and submissions, and surprisingly, his stand-up. He had Herring on defense the whole fight, and Herring should have stuck with kicking, taking the legs out of Nogueira. And when it went to the ground, he needed explosive movements and rolls to get out of those situations quicker. Anyway.
Well, I mean, with those rolls that he was getting out, and I think what he should have done is get out, turn it around. But he would get out, get up, and he was already getting beaten well up. Just don't fucking keep going at it.
Yeah, what he tried to do is like he got out of it, stood up, and then he got fired up and asked for Nogueira to stand up.
Yeah, and then Nogueira beat him the fuck up.
Yeah, I would have one of those situations, get out of it and let him stay on the ground, and you beat his skinny little fucking legs.
Yeah.
Just beat them little toothpicks.
You have the strength for it.
He had that one kick where he hit Nogueira, and Nogueira fucking stumbled. He was... that kick hurt him. That's what Herring should have done. Anyway, 9 out of 10. Great fight. I liked it. So what would become of our two rumbling, rolling rockers here? Both men will mark their return at Pride 19, where Heath Herring will take on Igor Vovchanchyn, and Big Nog will take on a returning Ensign Inoue. A fight that isn't for the heavyweight title, though. We'll see you boys then. Next fight, not included on the DVD rip I have, sees the return of the great one, Nobuhiko Badass Kicker Takada.
Guess what time it is? I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? I've given you twice the amount of who does he look like. I've given you twice the amount of me narrating a fight. So guess what? I'm going to give you twice the amount of fuck you, Takada. And I mean fuck you. Regardless of whatever shit the most dangerous man alive today posts or says, fuck you, Takada, fuck you and everything you stand for, fuck you.
We got plenty of fuck you Takadas just so you know. Oh God, where was I? The great one, Nobuhiko Badass Takada, taking on newcomer Mirko Cro Cop. Takada, 39 years old for this fight, had a record of 2-5. Cro Cop from Croatia was 27 years old and his MMA record was 1-0. I made a huge mistake, my friends. I didn't realize this fight wasn't included on the American DVD until it was too late. And so only I have watched this fight. And I would have just cut it out completely. But it's the debut of Cro Cop in Pride. Cro Cop
I think he's lying to us listeners. I really think he just didn't want to give me the pleasure of an entire fight of me saying fuck you, Takada.
Yes. And even though it's not the monumentous debut of Cro Cop we all wanted, he's fighting fucking Takada, and it's under special rules.
Fuck you, Takada.
So anyway, let's do it. Who is this Cro Cop fellow anyway? Born in Vinkovic, Croatia, Vinkovci.
My liver's about to burst.
Born in Vinkovci, Croatia, Cro Cop partook in Taekwondo at the age of 7, though his taste for fighting didn't come until he watched Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport, the movie. At the age of 19, he joined the Croatian military, and he requested from his commander to be able to train with the Croatian national kickboxing team, a request that was granted. It was on March 10th of 1996 that Mirko would debut as a kickboxer in K1, fighting Jerome Lebanner and defeating him via decision. 2 months later, he fought Ernesto Hoost, one of the all-time great K1 fighters, and he was defeated by Ernesto via KO from a kick. He took nearly 3 years off and came back to fight Jan Norci. I call him Jan. I don't know how to say this guy's fucking name. Jan, Norci, Norchaki, who fucking cares? Anyway, Cro Cop KO'd Jan with a punch. A couple more K1 bouts and then Mirko took part in the K1 1999 Grand Prix, making it to the finals with 3 KO victories, first against Mike Bernardo, then Musashi, and then finally Sam Greco. But he lost to Ernesto Hoost in the finals via KO from a body punch. He once fought Andy Hugh in June of 2000, the second to last fight for Hugh before his death. Cro Cop lost via decision in that one. This is the perfect segue for Cro Cop's debut in MMA, as he made his MMA debut a year after that Hugh fight at the K1 Andy Hugh Memorial Show in August of 2001. There, Cro Cop fought Kazuyuki Fujita. In this fight, Fujita desperately tried to shoot for the legs, where on the third try, Cro Cop hit him with a knee so hard, Fujita's left eye exploded. Well, not literally, but it was pretty fucking bad. Check it out right here.
見る子か、それとも藤田なのか、一体どっちが強いんだ。頂上決戦だ。藤田が低い体勢タックルに行く。ファーストコンタクトで決まんのか。タックル取りに行く。逃げる。取らせない。ここはミルコの生命線です。逃げる。取らせないですね。取らせない。タックルは取らせない。タックルを取った瞬間に流れがいった。そうだ。抱え込んだ。しかし倒されない。テイクダウン奪われない。ノックは作れない。マウントを取るか。足を取るか。横しようか。
最高の戦闘ですね。これ藤田の体勢ですよね。
藤田が有利です。藤田が有利です。ここからどう持っていく。
いや持っていきましょう。膝つけでしょ。膝使いますね。
今出血ですね。
すごい出血ですね。
すごい大量の血だ。
今ミルコの蹴りですね。
蹴りですか。
ミルコの蹴りですね。今タックル行った時に蹴りましたでしょ。ミルコが膝を蹴ったんですよ。 そうですね。
それが左の枕の上。
ものすごい今ものすごいパックリ開いてますよ。
ざっくり割れました。これは返り血です。
返り血ですね。藤田切れてるのは藤田選手がタックル行った時にミルコが膝蹴りを合わせたでしょ。 そうですね。 合わせ方がうまかったんですよ。
あれがカウンターで。
横から振るとね、タックル抜けられちゃうんですけど、真下から突き上げたでしょ。
はい。
かなり深く割れてます。
いや深い傷だ。
The fight was halted after 39 seconds of the first round due to doctor stoppage. Cro Cop did have one K1 match before his appearance here at Pride 17 in October, where he lost to Mike Bernardo when his corner stopped the fight. And that brings us here to Pride 17. Since this fight didn't appear on the American DVD, we have a super special Japanese-only rip of this fight, which begins with the men walking into the arena. Takada getting his heart checked. Does he have one? Cro Cop...
Oh, he does. He has a heart. It's black. Shitty like his fighting.
It's a giant lump of shit. Cro Cop works the pads and sweats, and then Takada backstage is in his ridiculous looking robe. Cro Cop is out first wearing his iconic Croatian flag shorts. Takada then comes to the ring with his face covered. It's Taz! And the crowd loves them some Takada. And now it's time for the fight. Special rules also for this one, as it's another K1 versus Pride bout with 5 3-minute rounds, and I think there might be a limit on what strikes are allowed, but I'm not fucking sure. Anyway, this is a perfect fight to formally introduce the long-awaited feature of Pride Resurrection called the Action Recap. Round 1, the men circle. Takada first with a leg kick. More circling. There's Vegeta in Takada's corner, I assume. Cro Cop hasn't thrown a strike yet. Takada takes him down. The crowd goes nuts. Takada barely works from the top. Cro Cop kicks him away. Circling. In the middle of the ring, Takada falls to the mat unabated to pull guard. Is he tired? Cro Cop doesn't get anything off. End of round 1. Round 2, Takada looks idiotic as he jukes and jives and prances around in circle. Cro Cop looks confused. Cro Cop hasn't kicked Takada's head off yet. Why? Leg kick by Cro Cop, and Takada shoots, is stuffed, then shoots again and is stuffed again. Takada on his back. Cro Cop kicks at Takada's legs. Ref stand up. Takada shoots, stuffed, is on his back again. Kicks to the legs from Cro Cop. Another ref stand up. Then the bell rings, ending round 2. Round 3, circling, no striking. Cro Cop has been bought off for this fight. I know it. How? Because Takada isn't dead from a head kick yet. Cro Cop's manager would famously be tied in with the Yakuza, so I have no doubt that Takada was able to buy an agreement with Cro Cop to not have his head kicked off. Takada is on his back. Cro Cop doesn't do anything. Ref stand up, circling, shoot by Takada, stuffed. He stands up, stuffed again. Cro Cop calls for Takada to stand up. Takada pulls guard for no reason. The bell rings, ending round 3. Round 4, shoot by Takada misses.
Holy shit, there's more rounds. I forgot about this.
Round 4, shoot by Takada misses on his back. Cro Cop walks away, forcing Takada to stand. Cro Cop gets close. Takada goes to the mat and sits there. Cro Cop just walks away again, circling. Cro Cop still hasn't thrown a head kick. Why? Takada shoots and is stuffed. On his back, again, he stalks Cro Cop from his ass, menacingly scooting forward. This fight is fucking awful. Cro Cop, how could you do this? Nothing really happens. The bell rings, ending round 4. Round 5, Cro Cop pushes forward. Takada goes right to his ass. Cro Cop stands in front of him, lightly kicks at him. Cro Cop circles. Refs stand up. Takada goes to his ass and pops up, then is on his ass again. Cro Cop hasn't kicked once at all this round. Refs stand up. Takada on his ass again. He's up. Takada punches air, goes to his ass. Bell rings. Fight is over. Since this special K1 versus Pride fight went all 5 rounds with no winner, it's declared a draw. Takada bought himself a draw. That's what happened here. Backstage, the men walk to the locker rooms. Then Cro Cop gives a press-style interview, speaking English, saying that he feels very bad. And I assume he says Takada shouldn't even get a chance to fight in Cro Cop's village in front of 50 people.
How I feel like, I don't want to say that word, but I feel very bad. He shouldn't get a chance to fight in my village in Croatia in front of 20 people, not here, maybe 50,000 people came to fight. I don't believe this is happening. I don't believe this is happening.
Then why would he sell himself for this fucking fight? Jesus Christ.
He's trying to say something here, but I don't know if he's what's going on. But I'll speculate here in a second. Takada is seen icing down his right foot, and then he's in a fucking wheelchair. Oh God! And that does it for this one.
I hope he's crippled for life, but I'm not that lucky.
Right. I now know why this fight wasn't included in the American DVD release. It's fucking awful. Those are valuable real estate on those 4 gig DVDs. They needed all the space they could get. Anyway, my thoughts on this fight. Here's how this went down. It went down in one of 2 ways. One, Takada and Inoki and whoever fucking Pride, whoever the guys were for Pride, they gave Cro Cop a contract that said, you know, you're going to get $70,000 for this fight, but here's the rules. It's easier for us to list the strikes you can do than list all the strikes you can't do. And in the section that says strikes you can do, there's 2. Kick the legs, sprawl. That means everything else was fucking illegal, because that's all Cro Cop did in this fight. Either that or they just said, here, we'll give you $70,000. Don't kill Takada. Go to a draw. We'll have you back for more fights in the future. He could have killed Takada at any time. Just wait till you see Cro Cop in the future, what he does to some guys. He fucking murders, like literally murders them in the ring. Anyway. So what would become of our 2 ultra holistic liquors here? Cro Cop will be back for much more Pride action from here on out, beginning a reign as one of the most feared men in all of MMA. He'll next appear at Pride 20, armed and ready, in April 2002, where he will face Wanderlei Silva, once again under a special K1 vs. Pride rules fight. Before then, he will help out Papa Inoki at the Inoki 2001 event in December, facing off against Yuji Nagata. Nagata, a pro wrestler, would only have 2 MMA bouts in his career. Cro Cop is first, and then is second against the Fedor Emelianenko in 2003 at Inoki's Boombaya event that year. Cro Cop and Fedor would be in a competition to see who could kick the ass of Nagata the fastest. But to learn who would win this Nagata beating competition, you'll have to stay tuned for a future episode of Pride Res. We'll see you later, boys.
Takada sucks.
It's now time for the main event of our feature, which sees a returning Kazushi Sakuraba taking on a returning Wanderlei Silva. Sakuraba was 32 years old here, and his MMA record stood at 13-3-1 and 1 no contest. Silva was 25 years old, and his record was 16-3 and 1 no contest. Sakuraba is back for revenge, a rematch from Pride 13, where Silva wailed on Sakuraba, causing the ref to halt the fight. Now they are fighting for the new Pride Middleweight Championship, which is akin to a typical light heavyweight, meaning a max of 205 pounds. No interviews or walkouts for this one, just straight to the ring. What the fuck? You can't even, for your main event, include ring.
I mean, which is the weird part, because they did so many interviews for the fucking early card.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's like, why would you have so many? Like, why would you have an interview with Rampage asking what life would be if he could not curse? That's the stupidest fucking question to ever ask someone.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I mean, I know that we didn't get any reviews, and I had this about in the beginning of the show. Holy shit, Wanderlei, still the ugliest motherfucker I've seen to date. So it's kind of funny because you have Sakuraba, the hometown hero, versus this foreign motherfucking villain-looking motherfucker. Like
the bane of the Japanese, Wanderlei Silva. Shit. We go straight to the ring where we see the delivery of bouquets to our fighters from some unknown Japanese man. No fucking reference from the commentators at all who this is. And apparently Royce Gracie has joined the commentator's booth, though he received no introduction. Quadros asks Royce, who does he want to win? Royce mumbles something that I can't make out.
Royce, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Who do you want to win? You're both very tough. You're both
my opponent.
Good vibe. Any thoughts before we get into this fight?
This is one of those one of the reasons I like Sakuraba. He is the hometown hero, man. No matter it's one of those things where going into this fight, you look at the two fighters, and it does not look good for Sakuraba. He's definitely the underdog, but you know he's going to put up a fight, no matter what, no matter against who. You know he's gonna fucking put up a fight.
Well, let's do it. Round 1, the men size each other up, and then Silva rips off a low kick that Sakuraba catches and trips Silva down to the mat. Sakuraba is in a high open guard, keeping his head down.
I'm surprised, by the way. Sakuraba's speed right here, it was impressive. His agility really caught me off.
Silva punches. Sakuraba holds a leg and then is in full guard. Sakuraba postures up, punches once, then again is in a high open guard. Sakuraba opens his arms to tease his double slaps. Sakuraba is pushed up to his feet. Silva quickly gets up, but Sakuraba is already shooting for his legs, but Silva sprawls this time. Both men rise. They hit the corner. Silva has double underhooks. Against the ropes, he knees. Boss asks Hoist what he would do here. Hoist says something.
Now, Hoist, what would you do if you were Sakuraba right now?
Try to turn him around with Wanderlei against the rope.
He's really soft and hard to hear. The men slow dance against the ropes, and the ref calls for action. What kind of action does he want from this position? Like sex? Silva knees again, then they move across the ropes. Stalemate here. The ref should separate them. More knees, though, from Silva. Sakuraba tries a knee, then Silva smashes him with punches, and then 3 fierce kicks. Sakuraba shoots low. Silva sprawls, back up, just dodges a Silva haymaker. Sakuraba shoots again, but is stuffed, and we're back up against the ropes.
The great Hoist Gracie.
Whoa, knees to the body, knees to the head.
Wanderlei opening up, and Sakuraba diving for the takedown. Sakuraba getting the overhook there. Yeah, Sakuraba.
I mean, it's a weird match for Sakuraba because I don't think he's ever been completely overpowered as he's now. They might both be the same weight class, but you have the two different kind of styles where Wanderlei is more heavy fighting. Sakuraba is more trying to get out of the grapple and stuff like that.
Right, yeah. Silva's a pure brawler. Yeah. Sakuraba is a graceful grappler.
Yeah.
But he's completely neutralized here. Yeah. His graceful grappling is not working against Silva.
No, it's definitely not.
Let's see. Where was I? Sakuraba ducks a Silva punch, circles away, now in the center of the ring. Silva with a slapping high kick across Saku's jaw, and then he rushes in. Sakuraba tries to stop him with a punch, but he gets clipped, then falls. Silva has his neck briefly. Sakuraba sweeps him over. The men are back up, knee by Sakuraba, and he just misses with a punch on the exit. Silva throws a punch as Sakuraba kicks low. Then Sakuraba shoots in, gets an ankle, but Silva is on his back. Saku flips Silva over him, but Silva controlled the neck and still has his back as they're on their sides on the mat. Sakuraba tries to break out of it. Silva's stuck on him like glue. The men stand. Silva tries to trip him down, but Sakuraba scrambles away and Silva kicks errantly. Silva flies in with a 1-2. Saku shoots, gets an ankle, and Silva kind of pulls guard. The crowd applauds.
Sakuraba, smart decision. Whoa! Sakuraba going for that single again. Wanderlei back down. Arm. Another takedown for Kazushi Sakuraba. An entirely different fight indeed.
An entirely different fight from the first time around, says Quadros. 5 minutes down, Sakuraba is plotting here, not striking like he should be. I see about 10 openings for Sakuraba to hammer or back fist right into Silva's face. Then Saku finally decides to rain down looping fist. Not many connecting though. He's now at the end of Silva's knees. He eats a punch. He cranks Silva's neck. Silva flies his legs high. Saku standing over Silva. Up kick by Silva. Then Saku is back down in half guard, but Silva eventually regains full guard. Silva tries to spring an armbar, getting his legs around Saku's head. Then Silva lets go. Hoist thinks Silva should have held on to the armbar. 3 minutes left now in round 1.
And even at this point, you can tell it's an even match. It's a nice even match, but Wanderlei has so much more experience And it's seen here.
He's
like,
just got that edge.
Yeah, like, you know, when Sakuraba had guard, it was harder to pull anything. However, when Wanderlei was on top, he was you know, keeping pressure, and you could tell there is a difference in the fighters.
There's a flurry by Sakuraba. Silva punches from the bottom. Silva then kicks Sakuraba away. The men stand. Sakuraba wraps up Silva's neck with a guillotine, but Silva body slams him down to the mat.
Do you think that Wanderlei's going to go for a leg lock? Yes. If he goes, he should go for like a knee bar. Oh, Wanderlei got that tight guillotine there. Oh. Sakuraba picking up, slamming him. He still got. Oh, he popped out. Wanderlei was in some trouble there.
Now Silva is on top, and we can't see it clearly right now, but Sakuraba's collarbone on his left side is popped out under the skin. He hasn't alerted the ref, but it has to be uncomfortable. Sakuraba looks like it hurts him to even move. Silva with a couple of punches, 1 minute left now. Silva postures up and then flies back out of Sakuraba's guard, leaving Sakuraba on the mat. He kicks Sakuraba's ass meat, rips around with a roundhouse that misses. Sakuraba gets up, but Silva grabs the neck. Sakuraba then falls back to the mat, and then the bell rings, ending round 1. Now we see the result of that slam. It's his clavicle bone, says Quadros. It's broke, says Boss.
Wow. And even if he would have had it, he could have finished at the time. So
Very even match.
It's a very, very technical match. Now, Boss, how would you score that first round?
Okay, now the thing is, oh, did you see that? He's got something on his shoulder, yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, my God.
Happened? Oh, it looks like his clavicle is broke.
Quadros says he has a little bit of a problem here. The fight is over, mumbles Hoist, and then the bell rings. And Wanderlei Silva is thus the winner via technical knockout due to injury after 1 round.
I don't know what it's from. He caught that left inside low kick there.
Fight is over.
Oh my God! The fight is over. Kazushi Sakuraba sustained a shoulder injury. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. He dislocated his collarbone, it looks like. Oh. You know.
Holy shit. I give Sakuraba so much props because you look at his fucking clavicle, it's like, how are you so fucking nonchalant about this shit?
Yeah.
Like,
he's just like passing. Like, I'm surprised. I was trying to watch and see when he was on the ground after it happened, because the whole fight changed. Like, Sakuraba was like immediately out of it. Like, he wasn't scrambling. He wasn't really trying. Even when he tried to get up from that last, he got to his knees and then went right back to his back.
Yeah, no.
But I was trying to see if he was mumbling to the ref at all, to see if he was going to tell the ref, like, hey, you fucking look over here. Like,
no, and he didn't say anything.
No, I was watching his mouth to see. I don't know if he's talking to Silva. Maybe he mumbled something to Silva. I don't know. But I was watching. I did see his lips moving, but I didn't know what was going on there. Maybe he was talking to himself or something. Anyway, wow, an anticlimactic end to what was a good fight. The glitter rains down, and on the mat, Sakuraba looks dejected, while Coleman lurks just beyond Sakuraba's shoulder, ready to jump in the ring and do double leg takedowns. Silva celebrates, and he is the new middleweight champion. Good vibe. What were your thoughts on Silva versus Sakuraba?
It was a good fight. Like I said, there's a reason Sakuraba is undeniably, to me, Japan's hometown hero, is because he puts up the fight no matter who he goes with. I know we've discussed this before, where it almost seems like he rises to the level of his opponent. And going against Wanderlei Silva, clearly a tough opponent. Sure, he was the underdog, so I'm not really surprised he lost. I am surprised how he lost, mind you, especially with that injury. But at the same time, like I just said, holy fuck. He just kept going with it. Like, you know what? At the end of the round, then it's like, oh, he's injured. Fucking call the fight. But he still went to the end of the round.
He must have went to the Gracie school of how to react to an injury. Because if you remember Hoist Gracie, or Renzo Gracie didn't even fucking make peep when Sakuraba, fucked up his arm where it was fucking all grotesque.
Exactly.
Didn't even fucking say anything.
I know, and that's the crazy part, and that is impressive. And yeah, he like this was like some previous fights. Is Sakuraba might have not been winning, but you still could see him doing so throughout this round.
Yes. My thoughts here. This was a close one until the slam, but I just don't see Sakuraba is really opposing Silva. At least not this version of Silva. While Sakuraba was able to keep it close, his detriment is his level of hate in his striking. His striking never seems more than a passing distraction, and he is focused on grappling and seeking out a submission. While that style can definitely be successful against a guy like Silva, this Silva, it's a bad game plan. You need violence and hatred for this Silva. You need to make it a war. You need to make it dirty. You can't be graceful with this fucking thug. Anyway, it was a good fight. A bit anticlimactic, but I still give it a 7 out of 10. So what would become of our two chomping middleweight champs here? Wanderlei will be back at the next Pride in a featured non-title bout against Alexander Otska. Okay, I guess that'll be fine. As for Sakuraba, our hometown boy done good, he will take the next 9 months off, not appearing again in Pride until Pride Shockwave 2002 in August of 2002. The Mega Show, co-promoted with K1, which will see 91,000 fans pack into the Tokyo National Stadium. There, Sakuraba will be fighting Mirko Cro Cop. We'll see you boys then. As Silva celebrates in the ring, Quadros asks Hoist Gracie if he would like to fight Wanderlei.
Some old ones. Hoist, now listen, I'm trying to leave you. I'm saying, Hoist, would you like to fight Wanderlei Silva?
He's a very good opponent. He's a very good opponent.
Yeah. We know he's a good opponent.
Between him, Sakuraba, Frank, Shamrock.
Hoist then brings up Sakuraba's name and then Frank Shamrock's name, saying they too are good opponents. Are these guys you want to fight, Hoist, or are these guys you want to duck? I actually really like Hoist Gracie. And the Gracies in general, I like them. So I'm just giving Hoist a little shit here. But seriously, the Gracies like the duck guys they know that they can't beat. And I would actually say, I'll say that except for Renzo Gracie, who of this era is the true fighting Gracie. Renzo Gracie will fight.
Yeah.
Rickson Gracie, Hoist Gracie, they duck guys. You know. Quadros then asks Hoist how he would deal with Silva. And Hoist ducks the question. Motherfucker.
You're a very eloquent guy. How would you deal with the threat of Wanderlei Silva?
First, I'm out of that rivalry. I've been in America for 17 years. So I have no idea what's going on in that rivalry in Brazil. I'm out. I'm American now.
A second.
But nonetheless, how would you deal with Wanderlei Silva?
Gotta get in the clinch. I would stand up. I wouldn't stand and exchange with him. No way. No. It's too strong to stand you up.
Quadros asks him again, and Hoist does actually deliver an answer this time. Antonio Inoki is in the ring to deliver Silva's belt. They shake hands, and Quadros brings up maybe having a lighter weight division in Pride besides middleweight, something around 185 pounds, which would eventually be made in Pride, and it would take on the name welterweight.
Here's my question about this, because it honestly did surprise me. Usually in any given fighting sport, your heavyweights are your main fight, like your final fight. Sure. It wasn't so this case. Was it just because it was Sakuraba, maybe?
Yeah, Sakuraba. And I think the heavyweights will take over in the next couple years, but you know, like right now, I think Pride had the best heavyweight division in MMA of all time. But their middleweight division, which is typically called light heavyweight, is fucking really good too.
Yeah, it is.
And then they would add lightweight and then welterweight, but not until the last couple years of Pride as a promotion.
Okay.
Anyway, Quadros then says he would like to see a unification match with the UFC's Tito Ortiz. We can only dream on that one, Quadros. Sakuraba is on the mic. He is overcome with emotions. He apologizes and then is out of the ring.
Ultimate Fighting Championship. Tito Ortiz read my mind. Tito Ortiz versus Wanderlei Silva, because Wanderlei wants back at him, because that was a war when they fought. Okay, we got Sakuraba in the ring. He's overcome with emotion here, folks.
He was ready for this fight.
Yeah, he was real ready.
Sakuraba tearfully saying he's sorry.
Now Silva is on the mic. He speaks Portuguese. And thank God we have Hoist. He can translate for us, right? Hoist merely says one sentence, that Silva said he is ready to fight anybody.
Quero mandar recado para vocês que para cara que saiu aí do bairrão aí de Curitiba, de tanta felicidade, chegar a ser campeão do maior evento do mundo, provar que qualquer pode fazer qualquer coisa, na graça de Deus. Muito obrigado, meu Deus. Obrigado, meu mestre. Obrigado a toda a minha equipe. Obrigado a todos que me ajudaram. Obrigado a vocês, que vocês aqui realmente fazem a gente lutar. Obrigado, meu Deus. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you very much. He's ready to fight anybody.
So now you say that you speak the language now. Is that what you're saying?
I do speak the language. I am from Brazil.
Oh, of course. See, I thought it was Japanese.
Boz has some fun with this. Quadros asks Boz how he would handle Silva. Boz says ground and striking. He would make it a striking match and have some firebombs. And since we're here, here's how I would fight an Uber Wanderlei Silva. Wrestle him, grind him down, keep it close, negate his striking, and just grind. Take him down, work the body, mash his head with close punches. When he stands up, take him down and do it all over again. It wouldn't be a flashy fight, but once you slow Silva down, then you can take him out with strikes on the feet. That, or conversely, just kick the shit out of his legs until he is hobbled. But I digress.
Well, you know how I would fight Wanderlei Silva.
Pull out a gun and shoot him in the face?
No, I would do the Takada method of fighting. Just pay him money not to win.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you, Takada.
Quadros then brings up how he would like to see Chuck Liddell fight Silva, and Hoist brings up Dan Henderson's name.
In this weight, I mean, who do we have? I mean, that would fight Wanderlei. You know what would be good? If you can't fight Tito, and if you don't come back, or Hoist, whatever, we got Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell was a great fight.
Dan Henderson.
Dan Henderson.
I like Dan.
Because the first time they fought, Dan Henderson put Wanderlei on the deck early in the fight. Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, Dan Henderson. No spoilers, folks. Quadros offers Hoist another opponent in Rampage Jackson, and Hoist merely says, "Everybody is a good opponent, you motherfucker. Just say you want to fight somebody, won't you?" Quadros is put on the defensive here with this line, and Quadros, like a schoolboy, backpedals and says he's just trying to make it interesting.
What did you think of Quinton Jackson, Hoist? I mean, would he be like a wild man that you would want to fight just to get your ring rust off to fight a guy like that?
Everybody's a good opponent. You ask me who I want to fight, everybody. I'm a fighter, that's what I do for a living.
I'm just trying to make it an interesting world here. We also saw...
You're trying to pick a fight for me.
No, because that's the business. The business is people want to see each other compete. They do. And I'm just, throwing things out. I mean, if Boss were still actively fighting, I'd say, Boss, would you like to fight Wanderlei?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I would like to fight him.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
That would be an incredible fight.
I think so.
And so he propositions Boss with the same question. How would he like to fight Wanderlei Silva? And Boss says, yes, he would like to fight him. And Quadros is happy. Quadros then closes out the show and is cut off as the credits roll. And that brings us to the end of Pride 17. Good vibe. Your overall thoughts on Pride 17 Championship Chaos?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was a good one, and it had a very good number of fights that were entertaining. I mean, to me, it's still hitting some of those fights that are not. So there's still some stuff at work. Like, there's the shit show. There's the fight. Now, I know there's the fact that there was a Takada fight. Any fucking event that has a Takada fight can suck my dick.
Yes. This was a cracking good event, old chum. The only bout that stunk up the joint was the Takada bout. That loathsome cunt Takada. But since that wasn't an official fight on American DVD here, I won't count it against it. And even though I hated Renzo Gracie in his fight with what's his fucking face, it wasn't enough to drag the event down. And overall, I give this one an 8 out of 10. Not the best Pride ever. Pride 10 is still the best ever, but it's definitely the second best ever. Now it's the time of the show where we pick our fight of the night. Good vibe. Who's your fight of the night?
Hands down, Henderson versus Ninja.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was an even fight. Oh, like it's one of those fights where Ninja was to me, just going into the fight, he was the underdog, and he kept it even. He kept it well. And then at the end, Dan brought it back. I mean, don't get me wrong. The result can suck my dick because I still think Ninja should have won, but it was still a great fight.
I'm going with Herring versus Nogueira. It was a really great fight. The pace was good and it was satisfying even though it didn't have a finish. And with that, fight fans, we've come to the close of episode 19. Wow! What a show! The best yet! We'll be back for more Pride action soon with Pride 18, Cold Fury 2, brrr. But just what is in store for us with that event?
Blue balls.
Held on December 21st, 2001 in Fukuoka, Japan. Pride 18 features 8 bouts starting off with Quinton Rampage Jackson takes on Daijiro Matsui. Alan Goes returns to take on a debuting Alex Steibling. Murillo Ninja, who is also back to take on Alex Andrade. Igor Vovchanchyn returns to take on Valentine Overeem. Akira Soji also marks his return to take on a debuting Jeremy Horn. Wanderlei Silva is back to take on Alexander Otsuka. And in our main event, we'll see Semmy Schilt taking on Yoshihiro Takayama. But we'll also have a special K1 versus Pride rules fight at this event as well, where Jan Norchi takes on Yoshihisa Yamamoto. Should be a good show, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. But until then, fight fans, we must bid you adieu. So, for the Colombian Good Vibe, woo! I am the most dangerous man alive today, wishing you goodbye, good luck, and we'll sniff you fucking jerks later.
Peace.